Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. I hope you are doing well. This is exactly the kind of song that I need to get us ready and going for this evening's Binding of Isaac stream. Something uplifting, something hypey. So good. I'm sure we've had this song before. It's called Incinerate by Tiasu. And it's unbelievable. If only I had a repeat button. Unless this button's repeat, but I don't want to press it in case it skips the song. Bonsoir, Nay. How are you doing? Sean, what's... bit inside of my mouth. What's up, Shauna? I hope you're doing well. I need me some more of that music in my life. Doesn't even come up and say that it's repeat, so I better not risk it. Not while there's a couple more bars. Reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. Anyway, how are we all? How's everybody's day been? How is it going? How is it going to go? Delete as appropriate. Give me more. That's so good. Okay, there we are. Alright, I'm going to hit the button again and see if it... Oh, it did! It looped back around to the start. But you didn't even notice. I didn't notice. That's brilliant. Well, here we go. A little bit more. It's been pretty okay. Good. Yourself? I am very well. Very well. It's been an okay day so far. All good, need to apologise for yesterday? No, you don't. Went to bed and forgot to say bye. That's no problem at all. Thank you for the hearts, though. That's okay, though. It got very mind-melty and very difficult very quickly. I'm looking forward to seeing just how much more head-scratching it becomes, Portal Reloaded. But it was good fun. It's just my brain couldn't work it out. We had somebody in chat, Husky the Cato. We had Husky in, and without Husky's insight, we definitely wouldn't have made much progress. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been warm today. It's been warm. I can actually sit here in a t-shirt for the first time in ages. It's been warm out. The sun's blazing. I've lied a little. Today's been great. Found out my new favourite superhero, called Dog Welder. Does what it says on the tin, or no? I mean, the only downside to my day has been that it's been influenced by the lack of sleep that I got last night. As I mentioned roughly in last night's stream, there was some odd kind of like construction going on at about 8 o'clock. That was still going on when I finished the stream around 10:30. And it was still going on around midnight. They were digging up the road outside. I did not appreciate it. But why do they need to dig the road up at midnight? It doesn't need to be done. And some of their plant vehicles are still out there, which means that obviously they've got more planned for tonight. But I guess I've just got to make do. Got to make do. Welds dogs to people's faces. Oh, kind of does what it says on the tin then. How and why and what and every other question. I have drank so much water today as well. I've filled this bottle up about 4 times today. It's just so tasty. Not sponsored, though, water. If you are listening, hit me up. We'll do a deal. I think it's mostly because I'm trying to get back into healthy eating. I've had a little bit of a slump. So I'm trying to get back into living healthy again, so I'm trying to move soft drinks out of the fridge No more of that. Focus on drinking water. Once I've finished my current load of tea bags, no more tea. Move out of the caffeine. Keeps the teeth cleaner as well. And just generally get back to get back to being healthy. Genuinely cannot beat Coke water. Cold. Although... no, Coke water is what they give you at like McDonald's and stuff, where you see it and it just is clear, 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 brown, clear, 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 brown, clear, brown, clear, clear. That's Coke water. I honestly don't know. A friend of mine made me aware and I was just drawn in. Everything I read about him just made him sound better. What more do you need to know? Other than the fact that Dog Welder is somebody who goes around and welds dogs to people's faces. Unbelievable. Should we get going? Should we get going on some repentance? I think we should. Song's about to end, so we can just fade it out never so nicely. There it goes. Perfect. Now then. Give me some game. There it is. Bring it up, pack it in. Let me begin. There it is. As is the way, though, of course. Always forget to just move everything around a little bit. There I go. That should do. That should do. Alright. So, I've got some plans. We need to make some progress on things now. I'm on a 2-win streak, which is incredible. Both of those wins were today. I did very, very well, if I do say so myself. I took Judas down to Mother. So far we've got Isaac, Magdalene, Cain and Judas have gone down to Mother, as has Eden as well. So both of those are, all of those are all done. But I think we need to start doing some additional work here. And I think what we're going to start with, let's start with B-side Isaac. Because we haven't done anything as B-side Isaac. We did attempt, but then went on down to Dogma, and it didn't go very well. So let's try and actually get something written down for Isaac. The second dog welder, there's a second, was cursed by the original dog welder's welding equipment. He then went on to weld his family dog to the... Is this an anime? This is like an anime plot. And at some point he goes to ancient Egypt, where Anubis sent him to Dog Welder Afterlife, where he met all the past dog welders. It sounds like an anime plot. Are we on... We have no devil deal to lose, so that's good. Alright, so B-side Isaac, for anyone unfamiliar. B-side Isaac's gimmick is that he can only hold a maximum of 8 items, although we do get a choice as to what items we can take. And then we just need to swap out our items as and when they get outranked by future pickups. And I think we'll take on the original plan that we had the first time. We tried to do a run as B-side Isaac. Oops. We will head on down the main path. First and foremost, we'll take him to the womb and eventually onto the chest. And we'll see what to do from there. Okay. So our first 2 items, we have Sci-Fly. Very, very good Sci-Fly. Sci-Fly helps us towards our very first Mother win. And we also have Tech X in our very first item room. And Tech X is a phenomenally great item. Hey, it's you! It's me! How are you doing, Jay? It was a DC comic? That sounded like an anime. I can't believe it's a DC commissioned thing. He can also communicate with other dog welders using dogs as puppets, because he is mute, of course. And all the dog welders can join together to weld together stars. My goodness me. That sounds absolutely zany. And bonkers. And every other word that we can think of. So both of these are phenomenally great items. However, I think Tech X is the way we have to go. Laser ring tears. we charge it up and we shoot out these lasers. Not only is Tech X a great item in and of itself, but it also synergizes, or at least it used to synergize, very nicely with a lot of the other items in the game. So we're keeping our options nice and open here. We should be able to make some pretty solid progress through this run. Oh, look at it go! That's brilliant. Priorities for us are going to be to get items that decrease our shot speed, because the longer it takes for the ring to move across the room, the more time it's in contact with enemies, and therefore the more damage it's going to do. Ergo, the easier the run will be. 1 bomb for 2 seems worth it. Hey people! Just popping in before work, Jay. Another night shift ahead. Nothing I want to buy out of the shop. Not that I can anyway. It's always nice to have a little peek. Popping poops is also really satisfying with Tech X. That's another solid reason to take it with us. It's also unaffected by range, so we don't need to get in too close. And the curved horn for a damage up right away is very nice indeed. Facing off on the Duke of Flies, very easy boss, especially with an item like Tech X. Look at that, didn't even stand a chance. Perfect indeed. And I think we're going to go with the Jesus Juice for damage. We have got the other item there, which is a Tears Up, but that just makes it take less time to charge up our laser. I think the damage is a bit more useful to us right now. What an unbelievable start. It's only going to go down from here, I'm sure. Curse of the Blind. There we go. So it's going to give us a great starting item and a free damage up at the cost of now not being able to see what any of the items on this floor are. The game giveth with one hand and doth taketh with the other. But the power of Tech X is just undeniable. There's no way we can't take this one with us. I think Tech X is going to be with us until the end. It's definitely going to take some serious beating. To the point where I'm not even sure there is anything that is going to beat us. Bombs get carried off in the lasers as well. Ooh, that is exciting. But look at this, it pierces through our enemies, so it can take down multiples in one go. It doesn't get blocked by rocks and other obstacles, so it really is a top quality get right out of the gate. However, the pressure is now on to not completely throw this run in a dumb way. And there is pressure with that. To have been gifted the start that we have, and then squander it, is not smart. Fortune Cookie! What does this do? You will never be forgiven! So it gives us a random fortune. Hopefully it does something else, because otherwise that's really redundant. It doesn't actually serve us any purpose whatsoever. Still, never mind. Let's roll onwards. Next boss is Little Horn. Very cute with his one tooth. Doesn't one tooth just make everything more adorable? Look at that! That's so unbelievable. I'm not actually going to bother with the Devil Deal because we can't see what our items are, so there's no point. Range up. We can change that. We'll change that out when we get the opportunity to. We don't need range with Tech X. Now, as mentioned, we are going to be doing the normal path, so we're not taking on the mines, we're not heading down to... Oh, Fortune Cookie gave me a soul heart! That is good. So yeah, we're not taking on the mines, we're not going down to Downpour, we're not even going to be heading towards the corpse, we're just going to be doing the usual Isaac path. on this instance, just to get some completion marks for B-side Isaac. We haven't got any, so now's the time to work on it. Especially with a run like this. What do you want to do today? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. There we are, we're fine. I mean, with a Tech X run, we probably could take it further. However, I do want to get some marks on the post-it note, and I don't want to accidentally throw it. We'll see what happens for the rest of the run. If things get better and better, and snowball out of control, maybe we could have another go at Dogma. Go to the next room! Alright, I will. Maybe we could have another impromptu go at Dogma. However, we'll have to review it as the run progresses. See what kind of state our health is in by the time we need to make that decision. And also just how powerful we get to be. Sun rays on your little face! Ooh, nice. A real bounty from those chests. I didn't see, actually, from the front page, blame nobody but yourself, whether or not my win streak from the A-side characters carries over to the B-side characters or not. Because I want to know that if we win this run, is it going to carry on over to us? And what was I saying about shot speed? Lazy Worm does just that. Now it travels slower. However, I don't really want to leave the curved horn behind. Let's see if we can find our shop. We have enough money to make use of the shop. Why so blue? We have enough money to make use of the shop, so maybe we can get Mum's bag, which will let us carry an additional trinket. So what do we got? I think that's the slipped rib or adrenaline. You look fat, you should exercise more. And I think we're going to go for adrenaline. The more empty heart containers we have, the more of a damage boost we get. So it could be useful. However, that it is also a tradable item as well. We don't necessarily need to roll with it. And buddy in a box seems good. You can get some really good buddies. They give us a familiar that follows us around and attacks our enemies. Some of them are ridiculously broken. Only a sinner! Some of them are ridiculously advantageous. Some of them don't really help at all. But the only way to know is to find out. Oh! Jay, heading off to work. Best of luck with the stream. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. And I hope it goes well for you. I hope it's not too bad. In fact, I hope it's not bad at all. Alright, the Forsaken shall be forsook in next to no time. What I tell you. Oh, okay, we have a health up or a health up. So I think I'm going to take the health up. And in our angel room... So I have got Godhead, the Spear of Destiny, Blood of the Martyr, and I don't know what that is. However, Godhead is incredible. So you take that. Damage up, homing. Even with regular tiers, Godhead is incredible. But it's... Godhead is a run that is capable... Sorry, is an item that is capable of winning runs all by itself. Let alone once you put it with Tech X, where you get the homing effect come in. And should we reach a point where we return to normal tiers, we will absolutely snowball out of control. Follow the dog! The dog don't know nothing. That's unbelievable. We are on to such an unbelievably good start. I only hope that this continues. Tech X, Godhead. I did leave behind the curved horn, which may have been a mistake, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a mega mistake. So I'm not too upset. Blame nobody but yourself! So occasionally the fortune cookie, very occasionally, the fortune cookie will give us a soul heart. Otherwise it's just things from the fortune teller machine. Go to the next room! And it seems to be a very limited pool of fortunes as well. Oh, what an unbelievable start. Good times indeed. It's so good. It's so good. Bring him the photo. Indeed. Oh, see, now I feel obligated to attempt Dogma. We'll see what kind of position our health gets into. Because the problem is that I've been led to believe that there... You make mistakes, it is only natural! I've been led to believe that there is yet more after Dogma. And what I want to ensure is that we get to a point where we can deal with whatever comes afterwards. You take the Dreamcatcher. So the Dreamcatcher is an item that I am not very good at using. The Dreamcatcher makes it so that in the dream sequences, when it's loading levels, it tells you what items you're going to encounter on the floor, as well as what boss you're going to fight. So it allows you to plan ahead. Lies! No, I tell the truth, honestly. It allows you to plan ahead and work out your strategy to conquer the floor reliably. So it is very useful. However, I normally skip past the dream sequences when I'm playing casually. So hopefully by streaming with the Dreamcatcher, we'll be able to actually make use of it. Go directly to jail! I must admit, I'm not a fan of just how low the payout of soul hearts is from the fortune cookie. And I think as soon as we can swap out our spacebar item, I would like to. I fell asleep! Nay, one for you. This is such a great start. We do now need to start thinking about what items we can afford to lose. Because we are full up. Lucky numbers, remember that. Anti-grav? How does anti-grav work with... I don't know. Let's give it a shot. We'll trade it out for Mum's heals. Because, like I say, we don't need the range. Okay, anti-grav does not appear to affect our laser rings in any way other than make them charge quicker, so that's good. That's good times. We'll keep on with that. And floor seems to be done. So, who you got for me? It's Peep! This is probably the best Peep setup because the rocks just keep him caged in. Aside from the fact that Godhead Tech X doesn't mean anything to us. Ooh, synth oil or growth hormones. I think one of them is damage and range and the other is damage and speed. So I think this is speed. Yes! Speed and damage. Great. That's what I wanted. Like I say, range doesn't mean anything to us, so we don't need to worry about increasing that stat. At least for the time being. Okay, what do we got? Pupil Duplex in the item room and facing off against the Viz sisters. Good to know. Pupil Duplex is not going to help us. However, the additional item might, because it only showed us one. Marry and reproduce! Should you wish. Because it only showed us one item, we might have something better waiting for us. So it's still worth going and investigating. Even if we don't want Pupil Duplex. Do not lose your head. Pupil Duplex makes it so that our tears fly over obstacles, which they already do. And it also makes our tiers wider, which is inconsequential for the current build. Saltiest Wizard, what's the aim for the run? We're just going for a B-side Isaac victory right here. Going through the normal path, so either to the chest or the dark room on this occasion. And we'll see how the run goes, because with TechX and Godhead, this has potential to go down to Dogma. But what I don't know is whether or not we can deal with whatever comes after Dogma. So we will see what position our health gets to as to whether or not we can take this further. I fell asleep! And with the ridiculously low payouts from Fortune Cookie, I don't know. If Fortune Cookie was giving us more health, the wrong kind of health, but I appreciate the gesture. If Fortune Cookie was giving us more health, then we could probably go further. But we shall see. I want to get at least one B-side Isaac victory under our belt. To be honest, there's options feels a little bit redundant because we're already being gifted with options. So I think we'll just swerve that one. And I don't know what the other item did. So let's just keep on keeping on. The other advantage we've got as well here is the slow worm as well, which is keeping our rings moving nice and slowly so that we get the most amount of damage output from TechX. Hello there, sir. Secret room? Oh, not quite. I want to try and see what the other item is. We know we've got Pupillar Duplex thanks to the Dreamcatcher, but I want to see what the other item's going to be. 2 horseless headmen? We don't need those. Doesn't the white box give Angel Room stuff? I have no idea. Or fruitcake. To be honest, neither of those particularly ruffle my fancy, so I think we're just going to leave both of them. I mean, we've got money, so maybe we can at least see what the white box does. Alabaster box, a sacred offering. Oh, you might be right. Yes, I think we need to charge it up with soul hearts to be able to use it. And I don't think this is the run for that. So I'm going to leave it behind, for better or for worse. And just carry on. None of these consumables are worth it. We're doing just fine as it is. Oh, with a golden key as well. Yeah, absolutely. We're doing just fine. Oh, we're not quite going to make boss rush. I wasn't fast enough. Go to the next room. The Sisters Viz. Should just melt before our very eyes. Easy peasy. Oh, see, look, we get our Angel Room anyway. Who needs to worry? What do you got for me? I think in this instance we should probably take the soul. And I'm willing to drop Buddy in a box for it. So we got Lazarus Rags, so we reincarnate as Lazarus. That's no good to us. The item habit charges our item every time we get hit. Dead Dove gives us flight, but that's it, because we already have Spectral Tears. And the soul gives us some soul hearts and makes other enemies' bullets bend away from us. So I think the soul is where it's at. And we'll roll with it. I mean, I've got the key pieces here, so may as well give it a go. Especially because Uriel right here just, again, absolutely melts. Wheel of Fortune is a no. As is the Devil. Anything else I could replace from hits? I don't think so. I think we move on. It's a shame because if you charge it, you get 4 soul hearts and 3 or 1 eternal. But I've got to put... Oh, great. There's literal poop waiting for us in our item room. And we're against Mum's Foot. Yeah, but... So I see you get all of that payoff come back. But... Oh no, has my internet died? Internet, come back. Am I still here? Am I still live? I should be. What the devil? Am I here? Am I here? I think I'm here. I did for a bit. I saw the stream dip down into the red right there. It hit 0! That's not good. Okay, yeah, we're not going to make boss rush unless there's a chance Emperor card waiting for me. Which I don't think there is, so we'll have to do boss rush another time. I spent too much time dilly-dallying around. Which was always going to be the way. Thought it was the computer for a bit. No, my internet's been having a little bit of a mare recently. So I wouldn't have been surprised if it dropped out on me. But hey, another soul heart. We have got a lot of health. And I think this is the teleport rock. Oh, we could go to Dogma. Ah, 5 to re-roll the floor. Could also be good. Speed down! Darn it. Okay, we'll see how the rest of the floor goes. Before I make a firm decision. What else you got for me? The poop or... Nah. Neither of those items are worth swapping out what we've already got. So I'll just keep going. What are you? Oh! Use that for another fortune. You know what? I can do without the fortune cookie. I think when the opportunity comes to pick it up again, I don't think I will. It's not paying out for me as well as I want. Unless it's entirely luck-based. If it's entirely luck-based, then having no luck isn't helping the situation. But it's leaving a little bit to be desired right now. Okay, we are actually getting a lot of soul hearts now. This is basically Ed going, go on, you know you want to. And you're right, Ed, I do want to. Oh, this could... Oh! He's dangling the carrot. Okay, look. Here's what I think we should do. We defeat Mum's Foot, as is the standard practice. I can't remember if the Polaroid or the negative counts towards our items. I don't think it does. I mean, it doesn't matter which one we take because it doesn't count towards our items because we get rid of it. So, you teleport out. Rather than going there first... Oh, this was such a worthwhile room. Glad to have done it. Range up. Means nothing. So, rather than going to face off through and go through the mausoleum backwards, you first of all go and pick up a soul heart to get you to full health. That's the first instance. Then you go into your dice room and restart the floor. Parasitoid could be good if that synergizes with Tech X. So now we get to completely redo the floor, which gives us some more items to choose from and a chance to build our run even further. Question authority! Great, this room again. Glad to see it. Thanks. Polycephalus. Hello there. Good evening. Eternal Heart. I see the Eternal Heart. And I think that's something that I will come back for. I will see how we do with the rest of the floor. If we get a Devil Deal to gamble away some health for a good item, then we can use that Eternal Heart to replace it. If not, then maybe I'll just stick with the Soul Hearts. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The Goat Hoof for a speed up. Okay, out of the two, I'm thinking Parasitoid. And I think seeing as how Tiny Planet isn't actually doing anything for us, apart from the tears up, which isn't bad, because we can just shoot them out half-cocked. I think it's worth seeing whether or not Parasitoid is going to, synergize with Tech X, because if so, that would be great. What ordinarily happens is, when you shoot tears, occasionally you'll shoot like a bug egg, and when that hits an enemy, it will generate insects for you. Which do increased damage. Initial assessment says that Parasitoid is not synergizing. We are getting flies, but those are from my Rotten Hearts. So I'm not 100% sold at the moment. And there's our marked skull right there. So we'll get that open. Hello. Where did that battery come from? I'll take it. I see that other dice room as well. If that's another 5 room, then we can replay the floor again. Stranger things have happened. I've been able to do it twice, maybe 3 times in a row before. It's a 1 room, which is very bad for our current run. It re-rolls all of our held items. And right now our run is pretty damn tasty. Definitely not worth re-rolling. Not in the slightest. Seraphimkin, aya! How do? How are you doing, friend? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. Things are going good. We're fumbling our way through Isaac, as always. And it seems that the chips are falling in my pile for this run. I don't want to speak too soon, but we are doing well. How are you? How has your day been? How is it going? How is it going to go? And other questions. A big nap, so I'm a very happy bunny right now. Glad to hear. I had a nap today. Actually, it's been a while since I've had a nap. I had a nap today. And it was, as I said at the start of the stream, there were people doing roadworks at midnight and into the wee hours this morning. So I didn't really sleep too well last night. So I had a little nap just to catch up and felt really good. I've not napped for a long, long time. Okay, I've got the full card. Let's go. Take out Mum for a second time. First time we took out the left foot, now we're going to do the right foot. There we go, yes. Nice little bit of damage. Get some in there. Yeah. Plenty more of that. Oh, she tagged me right there. It's okay. There is still quite a bit of health out on the floor, so when we teleport out, we can recover. Oh, nice try. I said nice try. He's out of here. We've already got the Polaroid, so let's take the negative. And then zippity-zoop out of here. Back to the front. Now then. Let's... I'm going to keep on the soul hearts. Mum just pimp-slapped you. She does that. She's not a very kind mother. She does just... whoosh, for no good reason. Alright. So, as much as I thought I wasn't necessarily going to, it seems like we're gonna head for home on this run because Ed has decreed it. Let me in. Okay, we need to focus because we need to focus, basically. This is where the game gets very difficult. And if we don't succeed, I've thrown away a perfectly good run for nothing. In fact, I've thrown away an incredibly brilliant run for nothing. We wouldn't want to upset Ed. Absolutely not. You've seen the kind of power that Ed has over this game. Thank you very much for the crying bits. Big brain plays. We shall see. Uh-oh. Okay. Stop making silly decisions and taking damage. We do still have the fortune cookie, so there is still an opportunity for us to reclaim lost health. And there is some. Oh, the car battery. The car battery I would happily swap out for the dream. Actually, parasitoid, it's not doing anything for us. Car battery, every time we use our spacebar item, it uses it twice. So we double our chances each use of getting some more health. Very good decision. It's never for nothing. No, you're right. It's never for nothing, but... Well, I guess what I mean by that is this will be the second time that we've taken B-side Isaac to Dogma. We need to play well so that it goes well. Because otherwise... I mean, this is a run that is destined for victory. If we took it all the way through on the normal path, there is zero question that this would have been a victory. But that is less of a certainty going across this path. It's kind of like that age-old question of either you get a guaranteed £50,000 or a chance of getting $1 million. What do you do? Pisces. I like the idea of Pisces. Maybe I'll swap that out for the soul. Let's do it. Pisces is a tears up, and it increases our knockback. The reason why I'm swapping out the soul is because it causes enemy tears to bend away from us, which is useful when you know how your enemies attack. I'm not very familiar with Dogma's bullet patterns. Oh, nice! Just push them out of the way. I'm not familiar with Dogma's bullet patterns, so I would rather have them be predictable rather than all over the shop, which is very plausible with the soul.
Friends till the end.
Then we have the virus or sulfuric acid. If we get the virus, that's going to give us a damage up because we'll have 3 syringes. So I'm going to do that. I know we've only just picked up Pisces, I'm sorry, but... Luck up, shot speed down. Absolutely perfect pill right there. Nice. High Priestess. Oh, a perks pill is very good to have. It's a shame we used it. Alright, what do you got for me? Oh, of course. Dad's note. Take me home, country roads. To the place where I belong.
Just get over it.
It's gone. How can you have spent our savings?
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you know what? I would love the opportunity to get the nun's habit back. Because that could really help us out. Had I have known that we were... Oh my good grief! Had I have known that we were going to come across the car battery, nun's habit would have been a very good item to have. Every time we get hit, we get a charge on our item. So every 2 hits, we get another double use of the fortune cookie. So we would actually have a way to potentially sort of generate health in the boss fight, which would have been absolutely invaluable to our success. But we will just have to make do with what we have in this instance. Don't get me wrong, what we have isn't bad. We just need to make sure that we play properly. Anti-grav not fussed about. Lead me up once again.
He's self-destructive and disturbs justice.
I don't need either of those particularly. I'm going to hang on to the High Priestess.
You're drunk again, aren't you? Shut up, Mac. Shut up. Just keep pushing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Good. Leave. We'll be fine without you. Abandon us.
Oh,
Abandon
Bacano?
yourself.
Anzus. Largely redundant on the ascent back up to home, but nothing to be sniffed at yet. Definitely don't need either of those. Although if we are able to get runes, an Algiz rune would be very much appreciated right now. I'd love to take an Algiz rune with me up to the Dogma fight. That really would. Algiz gives us a shield that prevents us from taking damage for, I don't know, it's like 30 seconds or so? Okay, the champions are now coming out. They want the world to know that they're going to let it show. Go to the next room? I really don't wish to. Okay, great. Woo! Cracked dice? No! No, 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 I don't want that. Remember, bombs work. The only problem is I haven't got a way of getting the bombs to follow these guys. Other than kicking them. Ordinarily, you'd be able to shoot your tears at the bombs to get them to move across the floor, but I am unable to do that. Whoa, whoa. Easy.
His light inside you. Cleanse your soul.
Insane. You are taking this too far. Sound.
Pray for yourself.
I think I might just... Seeing as how we don't have to worry about range, let's just try and stay as far away from these as possible. And do it that way. Especially if they're going to spawn in troll bombs like that. No thank you. Oh my god, it loves these maggots! It's just giving me relentless maggots. Good dodge, good dodge. Okay, now the game's being stingy on the soul hearts again. Should have known. Can I get through to you? Maybe we can play you for a little bit of health. Don't know if I can get you without blowing you up. I can. Cool. Are you going to give me a health up? Hey, yo, 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 Matt Azahata, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. If you're trying to protect yourself from Binding of Isaac spoilers for any reason, you may wish to not tune in for this one. Oh, watch out, those ones bounce. We got him. Why is the game now not giving me health? It was giving me so much on the floor. Like, a couple of the floors leading up. Sorry, didn't catch you if you said anything then. Uber Eats ad. Ooh, nice. Did somebody say Uber Eats? All I said was, if you're protecting yourself from any Binding of Isaac spoilers, then this is not going to be the stream for you. Never played it? Oh, then no need to worry. Aloha! Did my stream crash yesterday, or was it my commitment? No, my stream did go down yesterday. What it was, my flatmate was downstairs, and when she left, because we have to pay for every iota of electricity we use, if something's not being used, we just turn the plugs off and unplug anything that's not being used, which in fairness is probably a good way to be anyway. But when she left, she unplugged the internet, and so my router died, which meant that the stream died, and it was down for about 10 minutes. So yes, it was me, my fault, sorry. Try not to let it happen again. Working on the kitchen right now. Good for you. Get that work done. Turn it into a kitchen that your George Foreman grill can be proud of. Oh, I see. That's a great room as well. What do you want from me, game? I was whinging about health and now you give me a Tinted Rock plus 2 Eternal Hearts like this? Ed's dangling the carrot big time. Oh, it's the freaking Widow again. Still, absolutely melted. Ed's like, go on, you know you want to keep on. Just a few more rooms. Ugh. It wants your soul. This game already owns my soul. You know, I've got like nearly 1,500 hours in this game. It already has my soul. Uh-oh. We got it, we got it, we got it, we're good. George Foreman grill and my microwave are sat on the coffee table. I call it coffee table kitchen. Oh, excuse me. Well, why on earth not? Steady. I know the feeling all too well. But you know what? There's no game I would rather have 1,500 hours in. Thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy this game. Especially now with the new update as well. It's brilliant. Alright, here we are. We're home. Not ideal, but never mind. Not ideal, but never mind. This time, I'm not going to worry about cranking up the Dogma fight music. As good as it is, I need to focus, so let's not rock out to it too much. I'll turn it up a little bit, because it is great. Right. How is the kitchen coming along? Did you find someone who rolled you there? We're loving watching the new update. It's so good, because there's so much to rediscover. I haven't got any charges on my fortune cookie! Damn. Okay, that's bad. Still, well, never mind. Never mind. Mum's bra or mum's box? You take the box. Good trinkets? Not really. Not even the double trinket effectiveness works. It does increase our luck, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to do anything for us. I have a lot more energy tonight. Good luck on the fight. It's going to be needed. I mean, we're probably in the best position we have ever been for the Dogma fight. We've got full health. We've got Godhead Tech X. I have a strength card. So I think we're probably in the best position we've ever been for a Dogma fight, but that's not going to guarantee anything. Quick hydrate. Get the old focus ready and waiting. I'm doing my own hydration and posture check. Okay. Do it for me. I'm just excited to hear the music again. Alright. You're mine this time, Dogma. I see it. Some lucky bits, thank you. Okay, the Brimstone Beam I've kind of sussed out a little bit. It snaps directly to the Cardinals, so you kind of need to hover between it a little bit. Okay, first phase down. We haven't been here for a while. I'm going to go for Strength card because we were down on health. It's as soon as he enters Fidget Spinner mode, that's when we're going to be in trouble. And here it comes. Okay. Oh, darn it. Does he take off 2 hits in Fidget Spinner mode? Ooh. Is there a third phase to this? I don't want there to be a third phase. Dogma down! Heck yeah! Oh. What the heck? Oh no. What the... I'm ready. Oh my god! What the heck is that? Oh my god. Oh, fly. Got you. It's famine? But, like, ultra famine? Okay. Okay, again, some killer music. Ultra Famine, stop this please. Oh my god, this is incredible! Oh, I just swam in lava. Don't do that. This is unbelievable. Ah. I am stunned. Absolutely stunned. Do I expect to win this? Certainly not. That was only phase 1 of Ultra Famine. It takes off 2 hits! Oh my god. Okay, Ultra Famine's down, but like... Oh, we got to do all 4 horsemen? Ugh. Ultra Pestilence. Whoa! Okay. Oh, heckin' no! Oh no, it's over! this is probably not a place I want to be. You can't warp around the screen. Okay. Half a heart. Is this doable on half a heart? No! Dang! Oh. Now for the real boss. That's insane. We didn't even make it to the real one. We were on the henchman. Ultra famine, eat a Snickers. That is unbelievable. That's probably this is some of Ed's best work. I'm happy to have a Dogma fight under my belt. That's at least one solid victory. We trashed Dogma. But like, what do you need to beat that? Thank you for all of those bits just there, guys. Very much appreciated. Uber effort. What do you need to beat that? Other than skills, I guess. I guess that's the simple answer, is you need skills. Okay. So, off of the back of that, let's try and get some more B-sides together. Let's try and go for some more B-side characters, because so far we do only have B-side Isaac. So, oh, great start. So, it would be good to maybe try and get B-side Magdalene. After getting an immediate tears down though, I'm not feeling too optimistic that this run will go to anywhere that we want it to. Dang. Never mind, that was good. Again, I'm going to have to listen to the soundtrack for the Beast fight on my own time. Because I was just not concentrating in the least. I think, realistically, the only way to beat those bosses is with just mad skills. If they're taking away between 1 to 2 hearts a hit, it doesn't matter what kind of items you have, because they could just rinse you in no time at all. So you just need to be good. Which is a problem for me. I also think, as great as a combo as Tech-X and Godhead was for us in that run, having Godhead with just regular tears probably would have helped us out a little bit better. Because with tears, Godhead gets an aura, gives each tier an aura which does damage as well. So rather than just relying on the laser ring, which was great for actually getting through the run, I think it probably didn't help us too much at the end. We could have done with that extra damaging halo around the tiers, just to have increased our damage output a little bit. Oh, I haven't got a bomb. Divine Intervention would be outstanding for the last bit. I think the Divine Intervention came in the form of us getting flight, but that was it. I think it also gave us soul hearts as well, but I was already at pretty good health. Let's not forget as well that actually we were limited to 8 items on that run. So theoretically, every other run that we take that far to I get whatever that boss was. Like, that boss didn't even have a intro screen. It had a cutscene. To Satan. Well, it's not Satan in this game, is it? Baphomet, maybe? I can't think of any other devil names. We only had 8 items, so any other run we take there should, in theory, have exponentially more power behind it. So I'm not upset that we got beaten there. We made it pretty damn far, and I think we did pretty dang well considering that we were only allowed to take 8 items. And I think I certainly can't blame the items on that one. We got some very great items, and we did our best to create the best synergies that we could. So I think we did pretty well, all things considered. Also, as a bonus Easter egg, you can not attack Little Plum, and you get an extra item. Or a different item to something from the boss fight. However, given... Oh, double infamy resist! Yes, please. Given our current state of stats, our current stat of affairs, if you will, I would much rather have a boss room item to benefit our standing. Because at the moment this is pretty sucky. Oh, there goes my 2-win streak as well. Gonna have the Yum Heart for a second. Ooh, easy. I'm stuck. Come on, we can do better than this. We're smarter than this. Apparently not. There we go. Your attack was pretty damn powerful. Haven't seen that before on you. It was a great position to be in. Godhead in the first Angel room and Tech X in the first item room. Then synergizing the syringes to get spun. Also a good play if I do say so myself. Eye drops for the tears up. That's gonna help us quite considerably. What do I need for B-side unlock? We just need to drop on down. Yeah, it's just the normal way, isn't it? Gotcha. I meant the item that gives you a seal. Oh, Holy Mantle. Yes. Holy Mantle would be useful. It is, however, a one-time charge. And you know what? One is better than none. Oh, really? We are... One is better than none. It would have saved us 1 hit, which would have given us a bit more longevity. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know how often 1 hit makes the difference. I mean, it's made the difference in this instance because we've lost our Devil Deal. Potentially, we could still get it. But I'm not optimistic. Especially if we can't get any bombs. Please? Oh, the actual shield. Trinity Shield, I think it's called? Yes, that one actually. Yes, you might be right on that, actually. Trinity Shield feels like a good base, actually, to build a run on to go that deep. As long as you can get it past Dogma, then yeah, all you need to do is just look at where all the bullets are coming from and you should be fine. Hey, the lovers. Take both of those right now. As we've lost our Devil Deal, there's no harm in going and having a little peek in here. I feel like Sideshow Bob when he steps on the rake. How many of the new Repentance items have I come across so far? I don't feel like I've begun to scratch the surface. Mostly because I don't think I've unlocked any of them. Or many of them, let's say. We can check the catalogue after this run. Hey, Sagittarius, nice. Piercing and shot speed up. Love me some piercing shots. They make everything a little bit easier. Epic scene. I'll get you, Bart. Hello, Bart. Ah! Sideshow Bob! Oh, no. That was a bit more Dr. Hibbert than it was Sideshow Bob. Oh, that was a bit more Badger from Bodger and Badger. My impressions are not on form this evening, it would seem. Yeah, I'm looking at the cheat sheet, and there are some interesting corkers in there. There's definitely a lot that we haven't gotten to yet. You couldn't just give... I always find when you want money to buy something from the donation machine, or when you want money to buy something, the donation machine gives you just under the amount that you need. Right now, Tarot Cloth is great. Ladder is fantastic. You know me, I'm a new convert to ladderism. But out of the two, I think I would prefer to take Tarot Cloth further if I can. Purely because getting that double usage from cards can lead to some serious boons for us. You're doing just fine. I'm glad to hear it. Like, I'm obviously not expecting to just wham bam thank you ma'am this game, you know? Aside from the fact of how much stuff Repentance added, it's just an all-round infinitely harder game now. So I'm perfectly okay with being bad for as long as it takes to get good. Hey, we got 15 cents! What do we reckon? The ladder or the tarot cloth? Both are good. But I'm kind of banking on potentially getting flight later on in the run. So I'm thinking tarot cloth. It just feels better to me. Gonna do it. Oh, for the tower. Darn it. I now need to apologise to the ladder gods. I did not mean to forsake you. I failed your test. My faith is not strong. I require your guidance and your wisdom. Oh, that's how you do a dangle fight. Get him stuck on the poop. Isn't the ladder just a comfort item? It's a great item. You did try... Oh, I miscounted the charges. You did try and tell me, Nay. It's just... I never really appreciated the ladder's utility before. It was always something that I just kind of had if I picked it up on accident. And then would just sort of neglect to think about for the rest of the time that I had it. And then there was one run we had on stream where the ladder was incredible. Every single room, the ladder had a use in it. And I was converted instantaneously on that run. And then I abandoned my faith. Range and tears up. I love me the extra health that it gives as well. Beautiful. Alright, going down. Forgive me, ladder father, for I have sinned. Let's try and make this happen. Okay, 100% devil deal chance this time. Let's not waste it. I always found, for the most part, that flight was generally really common. It was... I would normally get flight in some way, shape or form on most runs that I played. Either through a Nice. Either through a transformation or, you know, transcendence or one of the pony items or something like that. And so I never really gave the ladder much of a chance. But now everything's diluted a little bit more. It's a bit harder to come across flight. So ladder actually has a great deal more utility than it did in Afterbirth. Nice. If it's actually helping in the run, it's fine. I just thought health and firepower would be key. Health and firepower is key. It's certainly if we're going to be heading back to home. And that's why I went for the tarot cloth in the end, is because if we can get ourselves like the Hierophant or, you know, the chariot maybe or something like that, then that would be great. Does tarot cloth still work with runes? Because I know that blank card doesn't work with runes anymore. Does the tarot cloth still affect runes? I feel like it would. But I haven't had an opportunity to check that out. New Tack Marmon, always take the ladder. Ladder is king. And at first I was blind, but now I can see that I was wrong to abandon the ladder. It is just cards? Oh, no, okay. Because I was thinking, you know, tarot cloth and alges is a great thing to have. Especially in Afterbirth when you had the blank card with car battery. So blank card would use your card without using it up. And car battery uses it twice. So if you had alges, you could use a car batteried blank card to use alges twice, which would give you a minute of invincibility. But if you had the tarot cloth, it would apply it twice. So you basically got, what, 2 minutes of invincibility? With a couple of powerful orbitals as well, you could just stand there and let enemies rinse themselves by walking into you. One of the new items does the rune version though. Okay, because I know that was something... I'm lost now. I know that's something that Ed was thinking about, was getting rid... And he has done it, to be fair, getting rid of some of the game-breaking synergies. But has also included ways to still be able to get them. So I know that there is a rune equivalent of blank card. But I have yet to find it. Presumably because I have yet to unlock it. I can tell you right now, unless we get some more statistical benefits, there is absolutely no chance that this is going to make it anywhere near home, this run. Because it is barren right now. Our tiers are increasing. That's fine. We are shooting more and more. Our rate of fire has gone up. But damage right now is... ugh. Ah, brown nugget! Great. It just gives us a little flyer to help us. You know what? More use to me than the Yum Heart right now. It's a rare item, so all the best. It's gonna be a while, I think. Come on, blue fly. Not quite pupper fly, but it'll do. Remember pupper fly? We haven't had a pupper fly run for a while. Ooh, thank you. You have my curiosity. It's a trinket. There's no real reason for us to not take it right now. However, if we can get another trinket, we will absolutely be replacing it. Whoa! Infamy resist. Fantastic. Oh yeah, look at these guys. Come on, you're doing the work. I believe. Beautiful. Like, just any kind of damage up is what I need now. We're still on base damage. And it's beginning to show. Health, on the other hand, though, is a really nice position. See, if I'd taken the ladder, I could have gained all of those things. My eyes have been opened to my failings. The Forsaken again! Coming back for redemption. Or maybe the Forsaken has appeared because I forsook the ladder. And as some kind of metaphorical symbolism of my forsakening of the ladder, the Forsaken boss has appeared. Come on, fly babies! Nice. Alright. A range up is really not what I wanted. Money equals power is a damage up. I will take it. The more money we have, the more damage we do. Right now, I'm in no position to argue with that. But it could be better. Not feeling good about this run. Curse of the Lost again? Ed, what did I do? I've tried to be a good Isaac player. I've tried to do all the things you asked for me. I've not cheated. I've just played honestly. And been good and wholesome. Well, I've tried. Where did I go wrong? Oh, Ed, Lord and Saviour of Isaac. What did I do to deserve 2 Curse of the Losts in a row? Additionally, what did I do to deserve this anemic Maggie run? I feel like I'm due some sort of reward for making it to Baphomet, whatever comes after Dogma. Do you not believe that I am deserving of some kind of congratulations, Ed? You come and give me gifts, but yet you also make me question my belief in you. I do not believe you have my best interests at heart. What sort of game developer would allow these tragedies to occur? The universe is unjust. This godless universe we now inhabit. Ed! It's your fault. Alright, give me all the cash. Money equals power, we need to bring this to life. Like an Evanescence song, but not as good. Science Crow, hello! Just unlocked Buddhas on my lunch break. Super fun to play, but a major glass cannon. Uh-oh. I can't wait, that's what we're doing here. I'm hoping to be able to unlock Bagdalin with this run. We took Bizek down to Dogma. Succeeded. Defeated Dogma with a Godhead Tech X run. But then succumbed royally to the demon that comes afterwards. Got taken out by Ultra Pestilence. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm happy with how we did. You tried and failed. The moral of the story is never try. Yoda had it wrong. Should have, the sentence was basically like 2 words too long at the beginning. It should have just been, do not. There is no try. Oh, I missed your beast fight! I lost to him on my Judas run too. It's okay. VODs are obviously going to go up on YouTube. Oh, you're just sapping out my sapping my blue fly, huh? No worries. Yeah, VODs will go up on YouTube. You will be able to see it. But yeah, we were gifted Tech X in the first item room, Godhead in the first angel room. The only thing we could do was go to Dogma. Despite a lot of uncertainty, we did it. But I was not ready for the fight with, what do you call him? The Beast. I was not ready I was not ready. But we learned a lot. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. And the next time we get there, I'll be ready. We'll make it to presumably whatever comes after Ultra Pestilence is Ultra War, I guess. Wait, no, they're not Ultras, are they? There aren't super versions of the Horsemen. There's Super Sins and Ultra Sins, but the Horsemen are just the Horsemen, so they're... I've been calling them wrong. They're not Ultra Horsemen, they're Super Horsemen. Well, in that case, that just completely emasculates them. No longer are they a threat. Maybe that's what turned me off. Maybe that's what caused our failure, was that I was psyched out by the fact that they're Ultra Horsemen. They're not, they're Super Horsemen. They're nowhere near Ultra. Well then. All of a sudden, things are looking rosy. The placebo. Essentially blank card for pills. So we never have to use our full health pill, we just can use it without consuming it. I don't know though. We need better pills to make that worthwhile, in my opinion. There they are. You got some baby pins for me. One more? Two more? Do they breed? Definitely doesn't feel like there were that many in the room. You fight all four of the horsemen. Thankfully, no conquest. That's fine then, as long as it's the four standard horsemen. I'm okay with that. I think if it included conquest and headless, I would lose my marbles. They are ultra? Not in my world. In my world, they are merely super. Success is a state of mind, not a state of being. You're only as good as you think you are, and I think those horsemen are super, not ultra. Oh, Mega Fatty! So I was talking to Jay about Mega Fatty earlier, and said to him, Mega Fatty is a boss that if I encounter with miserable stats, I will just straight up restart the run. Because he is such a tank, and it takes so long to do anything against Mega Fatty. I'm like, you know what, I could probably make it back to this point quicker if I restarted the run than if I fought him. Thankfully, the brown nugget doing some work though. Health. Please, just literally one damage up, that's all I ask. That's all I want. Champion Mega Fatty that causes quakes when he lands. That is true. Curse of the Blight! Can I just have a level that isn't cursed as well? Maybe I'm asking for too much. And if I am, Ed, I'm sorry. Oh, these ones change direction, okay. And just don't actually attach to the walls anyway. Gotcha. Maybe I'm asking too much from Ed, and that's why he stopped answering my prayers, but all I want is a chapter that isn't cursed and a damage up. That's it. That's all I require, Ed. Ed occupies the same position in Binding of Isaac as Derek Yu occupies in Spelunky 2. He has access to everybody playing the game at any one time, and has total control over what appears when. From items down to enemies, room layouts, everything. Ed controls it all in real time. And I know it to be true. Ed, you can't deceive me. I know it's the case. He probably has Derek Yu helping him on the side. So, Ed, I know you're listening. Please, just a damage up. We can turn this into a damage up. Every time we get hit, we drop money. Money gives us damage up because of money equals power. So it's sort of a damage up, but it's one that we have to work for and hurt ourselves for. So, Ed, I appreciate where you're coming from. However, that's not quite what I had in mind. I was thinking of like just a flat damage up, you know, like I don't know, what gives you a damage up in this game? I don't know, Blood of the Martyr or something like that. What if this is Blood of the Martyr? If this is Blood of the Martyr, confirmed. Can you imagine? Every single conspiracy theorist in the land would have gone, "Ah! To Reddit! You won't believe what happened on this guy's stream." Finally, the mystery is revealed. Ed controls every Isaac run in real time. Cool, we got it. Ed tweeted out a video someone made breaking down the Isaac story bit by bit, and it's the closest anyone has gotten to all the details he put in. Interesting. I'd be interested to see a follow-up to that actually, because I think MatPat did one for Game Theory ages ago, and at the time, I was led to believe that it was pretty accurate. But I also think that that dealt mostly with the Rebirth iteration of this game. And now there's been 3 expansions since then. So there's probably a lot more to it. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Get them out of here. I think he's a little tied up screwing Tear of Grace over, if you know who that is. I've not watched Tear of Grace for ages. But I do know exactly who you mean. He's the guy who's built a career out of shouting at this game. And fair play to him. I could as well if I didn't have neighbours. Alright, let's charge up our Epiphora. Ready for when we start this room. I'm going to pop a couple of flies down too. Why not? We're not constrained by time here. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Let me take down the bonies. Nice! Mask of Infamy resist. I love it when that occurs. Just going to bait these guys all the way around. There they go. Nice. An Emperor card. Isn't very useful to us right now, I don't think. It's an hour long, but it has made me wanting to try out Legend of Bumbo. I'm in 2 minds about Bumbo. I like the premise of the game. It's, if anyone doesn't know, Legend of Bumbo is a game that Ed McMillan made that takes place in the Isaac universe, but it's kind of like Binding of Isaac adjacent rather than directly related, I suppose. Oh, careful. Oh, couldn't do it twice though. And it's a tile matching game, similar to Bejeweled, but it's also kind of blended with turn-based spell casting strategy type games as well. Like it looks like a really interesting game, but I don't know if it looks like my kind of game. It looks like the kind of game that I would play a couple of times and then just not put much more time into. So maybe it'd be one that I'll get on sale one day, but I don't think it would be one that I would necessarily go to purchase just because doesn't really grab me based on the videos that I've watched. Nothing's changed there, watching his stream on the side. I want to say why it has me excited for it, but spoilers. Yes, keep them stum. Oh, the Viz sisters again. Ed was like, these guys worked so well against B-side Isaac. Let's make him fight the Viz sisters again. These have got to be some of the easiest mid-game bosses in this game. They have so little health. Admittedly, it's a lot harder to do when you're just trying to use Epiphora. But for this stage in the game, they have so little health. There are times when they spawn in and do not do anything for the first half of the fight. You can get rid of one of them before any of them even move. They're just not great. Okay, Synth Oil. More health up. Great. Well, at this stage... Lusty Blood. Ouija board. Lil Delirium. Welp. This ain't good. Yeah, just say, so little health again, and Ed will adjust it right while you fight. And super armor. Ed, are you sure the Viz sisters don't have super armor? I said do it! However, actually, Lusty Blood, again, a damage up. Not a flat damage up like I require, Ed, but it is a damage up. Every enemy we kill gives us a damage up for the room. So, again, Ed, I see where you're coming from, but please, just a flat statistical damage upgrade. If you can find it within your heart and your soul to just come at me with a flat damage up. That's all I ask. They aren't done with updates yet. I know they are updating Bumbo. And so maybe Legend of Bumbo will turn into a game that I want. Lil Brim is not it. Maybe it will turn into a game that I would like to play. But it's not quite there for me yet. Oh, and because of Lil Delirium, we've actually got double Baby Brim. Or we did have for a time. The problem with making Baby Brim work is that we lose our Epiphora charge, which nukes our fire rate down a little bit. Never mind. Oh, Lil Delirium's turned into Lil Baby Plum. What do you call something that's littler than a baby? Embryo Plum, I guess. I mean, that just sounds rather grim, to be honest. Embryo Plum sounds like a medical condition, like a casual name for a medical condition. We got it. I'm intrigued for more of Ed McMillan's games as well. We've not played Super Meat Boy on stream. Would love to play Super Meat Boy. Would love to do The End Is Nigh. I own both games, so they are certainly playable. But other ones that he's working on. I've seen teasers for a game he's working on called Mugenics, which is, from what I gather, a kind of randomly generated roguelike kind of game where you have to evolve your pet cat or something weird like that. Maybe it's something like keeping your pet cat alive as long as possible whilst making sure it doesn't catch any diseases, and I don't know, it looks kind of cool. So I'm down for seeing what that's all about. It'll just take some time. Give a little, make a little. Micro baby? Yeah, micro plum. Micro plum. There we go. Oh, hydration. So I've only taken 2 hydration breaks on this stream and we're already halfway through the bottle. It's like I said earlier. And indeed, Nay said it as well. There is nothing like good water. Like filtered water. Run it through a filter. Have it nice and chilled. Oh! It just feels different. Oh, there's our marked skull as well, which is what we need to be able to get home so that we can unlock Bagdalin. And there it is. We do, however, kind of need the health to be able to get there in the first place. And currently that's my major concern. 2 red hearts and a black heart is very unlikely to get us all the way to home. And as if Ed could hear me, he drops down the Hierophant, which does not give me the 4 soul hearts I thought it would. I'm grateful for the 3 though, Ed. Don't get me wrong, I am grateful. I just was expecting 1 more. Now my expectations have been corrected. I will bear that in mind for the future. There we go. I really want to unlock Billith. You treat your incubus like a whip. It sounds like the Forgotten on steroids. Okay, well you take more health. Was a damage down, but we can make do with that. Whoop, easy. We're there. Good. Alright, come on, Mum's foot. Lil Monstro and Baby Brim ready to go. Forgot about Mum's hand, of course. Oh no! Getting toasted! This is an embarrassing display of a mum fight right here. Oh, don't do it! Oh, for goodness sake. So now we're pretty much back to where we were. We're exactly back to where we were. Big oofs indeed. That's like proper Roblox. Oof! You tease! You tease me! 2 guppy items. Well, we haven't got any. And I doubt that we're going to come across a 3rd on the ascent back up. However, a significant damage boost. But we're not in a good spot. Before we go down, I'm going to go back and grab that Perthro Rune. Maybe we'll be able to turn that into something that's going to help us. Perthro allows us to re-roll our pedestal items. So if we can find something that's going to augment our run nicely, then that's going to be good. However, I am not confident in this run, and I do not believe that we will make it all the way up. Cricket's head! Flat damage up! Ed! He came through for me! Ed. I knew you had my back, Ed. Two of diamonds. Perfect. Max damage. And the chariot may actually be better for us than Perthro, to be honest. That's what we needed. You'll love to see a slice of that. That's so good. What is this room? Our speed isn't good enough for this. Whoa! Okay, we're there. Mausoleum's got a great soundtrack. It's just a shame that I hate the Mausoleum. Please give me some health. Black hearts, maybe? Wheel of Fortune is not the one. Maybe we can make something happen by popping it next to the blue flame? No soul hearts. Just plenty of cash money that I now no longer require. Oops. Oh, that room does not feel good. Oh, careful. Careful. Stay on target. We're there. Watch out for the whippers and tongue slickers. Get them gone. So much health on these big guys. We've done it. Start with the dragons. Those flamethrowers are a nightmare. I hate them. Hate them. Please, give me some health. I need health to survive. The world. Helpful. That'll let us know where we're going, at least. Maybe there's some health in the secret room. It's possible. It's plausible. There's an Algiz rune and health, Ed. What do you want from me, Ed? Ed? You're being too generous now. Okay, yeah, we handled that room quite badly. Whoppers and tongue slickers sounds like Cockney rhyming slang. Mind you, so does whippers as well. Whippers and tongue slickers. Cockney rhyming slang for well-known personality Diana Vickers. I say well-known personality, I don't know what she's well-known for. There he is, Micro Plum. Ed wants love. Ed can have love. I appreciate what you're doing for me, Ed. Oh, Mum's box. Honestly, a better trinket than the... sorry, better spacebar item than the brown nugget, for sure. It's worth it. Might be Hierophant. It's the Hanged Man. Actually, also very much worth it, because that gives us flight, which lets us investigate these bags for free. 2 of diamonds puts our cash back up. Full damage. A card against humanity. I don't know. Could be kind of okay. Let's see if we can take it for some sort of advantage. We might be able to get some consumables out of this room. Spectral Tears means I haven't got to come over there for you. Alright. Card against humanity does what it says on the tin. Fills the room with poop. And now we get the enviable task of destroying all of it. But, as you can see, we are getting consumables sometimes it might be a soul heart, which will increase our longevity. In this case, that was not what transpired. But it could have. And this game relies on playing the odds, taking advantage of what could have been. Absolutely correct. Just shooting the poop. Get him gone, get him gone, get him gone. Pandora's box was in the shop. Not sure what you get from it at this stage. Fair point. You're right. I wish I hadn't picked up all the money that we got from the poop, but you are correct about Pandora's box. We could get health or items, or we could just get our money back, which on the one hand is kind of not great, but it does bring us, it does account for the damage we lost in purchasing Pandora's box in the first place. Not ideal, but these things, they do happen. Alright, take me up. For the second time this stream, we are on the journey back home.
How could you have spent our savings?
Honestly, these flamethrower guys, what do you do about them? I don't know what to do with them. That's our Perthro Rune. Nothing's worth trading out algaes at this stage, especially... Oh no, wait, because Tarot Cloth doesn't work, does it? Well, we gotta hang on to it anyway. Health is in a miserable position. We're gonna really need to try and hold this run together now. And it is not gonna be easy. You go, Microplum. Good job. Black Feather. Damage up for devil items. We're not carrying any to give us the damage up, so won't worry about that. I see a marked rock over there. That could be the answer to our prayers. Soul hearts? Thank you, Ed. Very much appreciated. I missed one. Definitely don't want to do that. Item room, though. I can't remember like what room we left items in and which one we didn't. If at all. So I kind of want to check them all out.
He's self-destructive and disturbed just like his father. Look at who he has to look up to. You're drunk again, aren't you?
Shut up, Mac! Shut up! Just keep pushing me like this. I'm
What is that?
Good, leave!
T's Broken 9 reroll.
Enough, like you've abandoned yourself.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna stick with. I don't want any glitches right now. I'm perfectly capable of making a game glitch by myself. I don't need the game to glitch for me. Did you leave a trinket in one of the boss or item rooms? I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. Because I feel like if that's something I did, then I did so by accident. Okay, so this may not be a B-side Magdalene unlock. This may be a Dogma and Beast fight. Surprise! Now you're going to have to hope for the red key in Mum's chest. Okay. Does it matter when I open the chest? Do I have to open it before I go to bed or after? Or does it not matter? Oh! Ooh. I'd love to say that that was deliberate, but I think the look on my face kind of gives away the fact that it certainly was not. This heifer right here. Get out of town. It's only 100% on the first time we get it. Okay. So it doesn't matter when I open Mum's box.
You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside you cleanse your soul.
Insane.
Taking this too far.
Jesus. Like, what did that room want from me? Thunderpaws, hello, good evening to you, Thunderpaws. How are you doing today? I hope everything's alright. Anytime you go to after the first time, it's a random mother item or the red key. Well, fingers crossed. At this rate, we're not looking like we're gonna even make it in the first place. All we gotta do is believe. Speed up is a no. Oh, I hate these hoppers though. They cause so much misery for me. I can't work out their bullet patterns at all. I'm relying on the soul to help me out here. Man, oh man, oh man. It's cutting out. Got a bad connection. Oh, is it cutting out for everybody else as well? The stream looks like it's running okay, but I have been having a couple of issues recently, so if it is dropping... Oh my god, what is that mulligan creature? I'm not sure I want to know. Let's just stay back as we take it out. Oh, oh, oh! Just back it up, back it up, back it up. Because our daddy taught us good. Good on my end and in southern US. Connection's fine on our end. Okay. Oh, Incubus for the save. Nice, thank you. Okay. Just kill everything. Kill everything before it has a chance to do anything. Thank you for Spectral and Piercing Tears. One of the best tier combinations in the game, by the way. If you can get Spectral and Piercing, you're on to a great situation right there. Okay, up we go again. Well, nothing in the boss room. Does the first floor always have a fight with the Widow on it? I feel like I've fought the Widow on every single occasion I've been back home.
Please don't leave us.
Oh, and Dingle now as well. But that's okay, I can take on Dingle. Huh. Baby Spoon. All our familiar bullets home in on our enemies. That's going to be quite useful. More so than the Swallowed Penny now, that's for certain. But we did not... Oh my god, Double Steven? Ed? Can we have a talk? What did I do to deserve this? I told you Ed was up to something. He was being too kind, and now he's just giving me non-stop bosses on the home floors. Yo, Micro Plum with homing bullets right there. That's actually quite cool. Oh, he's tantalizing us so much. The carrot is being well and truly dangled. We did not have a cracked key on the floor. So, everybody, keep those fingers crossed that we find something that can help us on this floor. Otherwise, well, it is what it is. The Hanged Man means nothing to us. Red Heart's no good to us. Alright, a lucky bit. Here we go. If this is the red key... Oh, I'm gonna go bananas. Dogma fight it is then. I'm not feeling good. Considering the last time we were here versus where we're at now. I have got the Algiz rune, but I don't know. Let's just see. Here we go again. Second time in one stream. Okay, Godhead coming in. Oh, ow. Oh, he's really nailing the Godhead in this one, that's fine. Just none of the brimstone snaps, please. Okay, TV's dead. Now into the angel form. If we keep an eye on our health, we'll use the Algiz rune as and when we need to. Oh, Feathers McGraw, no! That's it. More of this attack. I can dodge this one. Comedic timing when you're ready. No fidget spinner mode. Oh no! Fidget spinner mode! Two Dogma victories in one stream. Holy moly! Oh god. Wow, indeed. So now we got Magdalene taking on a bit. If my first beast victory is with Magdalene, that feels like that shouldn't make sense, especially given how bad, not bad, but how kind of anemic this Magdalene run has been. 50 bits when we tasted it, thank you very much, and 5 lucky bits from Signs Crow. Plus a couple more from Sean as well. The beast looks so derpy, it's incredible. I can't believe this is the final villain of The Binding of Isaac. Alright, we got Flight, we got Soul Hearts, I dropped a Jawbreaker, which is fine. We got an Algiz rune to help us. There goes the Holy Mantle. I didn't know we actually got the Holy Mantle, so that's pretty cool. We're relying on Baby Brim's homing laser thanks to Baby Spoon, our trinket. And indeed, Robo Baby 2 has a homing laser, which is also great. Let's just try and hold this together. Okay. Super Famine's second phase. Super Famine's out. It's time for Super Pestilence. Let's go. Oh, I'm stuck here. I can fly through the poison, I just can't linger in the poison. Gotcha. Super Pestilence is second form. We took a hit. It's fine. It's fine. Super Pestilence is out. Freaking hell. Okay, Super War. Oh, I don't need that. Down you go. Oh, I think the music changed. Oh, I don't like that bomb. It's a big bomb and it does that. Okay. Okay. Watch out. Oh my goodness me. Super War's second phase. I can't believe this. Algiz. We got to Algiz right here. He's chasing us so closely right there. Oh, Microplum. Hello. Come on, doing the work. Super War's out of the way. Super Death. I had nowhere to go there. I had nothing to do. I think you've just got to try and escape that. Super Death. Where are you going? He's coming back. With ghosts. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man! Super Death! Super Death is dead. Okay. Here we go. Breathe. The beast is easier than the horseman. Okay. Yoga. Let's get some Zen. Some more lucky bits. Oh, there's a big old shout. Here he comes. Oh, hello. It's a chase! Oh my god. Ed, what have you done for this game? Oh, no! Dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. My mind is completely blown at that final boss. A side-scrolling tunnel thing? It's like a whole new game. It's outrageous, but so good. I don't feel bad about dying. Posture check, hydration break, relax. That was mean. Damn it. Rip bits. You should be very happy with yourself. I don't mind dying in Binding of Isaac anymore. It's great. In Afterbirth, I used to hate dying because, and some more from We Tasted It and Sean as well. Thank you guys. I used to hate dying in Afterbirth because I was like, I've played this game so much, I shouldn't be dying. In Rebirth, I don't mind dying. These have all been perfectly valid deaths, and I've taken some achievement away from each of those runs. That's been great. Very, very, very great indeed. I'm going to do a challenge. We haven't done a challenge on this stream yet, so let's do a challenge. And I'm going to go for Bloody Mary on this occasion. We did try Isaac's Awakening. Nearly beat it, but got taken out at the final hurdle. Let's try Bloody Mary. What do you got for me? So, we're playing as Bethany. We have the Book of Belial. We are going to Satan, I think that is. We also got the Blood Bag, Anemic, and a Bloody Cross. The beast only has 2 attacks. He inhales rings of fire and then shoots out 1 massive laser. Okay, so what I need to be doing is shooting backwards the whole time whilst dodging going forwards, essentially, and then just try and move around his attacks. Okay, you're right. That's almost like... that sounds easier than all of those horsemen. Cool. Okay, well let's give this one a stab and see what this is all about. We got the Child's Heart Trinket as well. So other than the fact that Bethany is not starting with her fire book, I'm not really noticing much more about this challenge. I'm gonna guess that maybe we just don't get any items for this challenge, and that's where our difficulty is gonna come from. We've just got to make do with what we've got right here. Now remember, Bethany can't take soul hearts. She uses soul hearts as charges on her spacebar item. So we need to be mindful of that. That makes it difficult to get deity deals, but I shall play to the best of my ability. As we're going to Satan, I am assuming that that means that we do not need to take on the alternative path, going through Downpour, and that was stupid damage. Going through Downpour and the Mines and Mausoleum. Two bits have done damage. We'll have to be better. There is health for me to pick up to recover it. We just need to be better. There we go. Book of Belial's stacks now. Oh! That's useful tech. That's good to know. I almost feel like it's going to be in our best interest to just save up our soul hearts for the final boss, unless we really get into a struggle. As we may very well do against the Gurglings. I hate the Gurglings. The Gurglings are among the toughest first floor bosses, just because they ricochet off your tears in a rather unpredictable way, or tough to predict way. Oh, you got a Rotten Heart for me. And some health. Cool. That's everything. On to the next one. Curse of the Blind. Uh-oh. Oh, the cross stabbed me, took all of my health, but gave me damage and speed? Now I think I see where this challenge is based. Okay. And is it a case of the amount of health it takes away is the amount of stat bonus you get? I guess that makes sense. Oh, save me! I think we can make this work. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think we can make this work. Blood Oath is the worst. Is that the bloody sword that I've got here? I can see a use case for it, but I think that use case relies on having soul hearts to protect your red health. We don't want to get rid of our trinket right now. The trinket is what's going to keep us alive. That's going to increase our red blood heart drops. Yep, when you pick it up, the phrase "bleed me dry" appears. Soul hearts for extra charges, red health for extra survivability, / extra stats when we move on. Do the stats carry? I'm assuming not. I'm assuming the stats reset every floor. And then we get a new heap of stats or something like that per floor, maybe? We'll see how it works in a minute when we move down to the next one, I guess. So this could be a challenge that will benefit quite nicely from angel deals rather than devil deals. Bethany versus Gemini. Shouldn't be a problem. Start with baby Gemini first. So once you kill big Gemini, baby Gemini chases after you. So it's better to get rid of baby first, so that then you haven't got to worry about it. Then you just got big Gemini, which is a piece of cake. I'll look it up. I died the one time I got it. Not good. So yeah, let's not even bother with devil deals. We're not interested. Speedball, speed and shot speed up. Great, you'll love it. Down we go. It carries. Ah, that's cool. Except it didn't. It just stabbed me again. More damage, more speed. It did. No, it didn't carry. Okay then. I mean, I could see actually if it did carry, then Blood Oath would be a run-winning item. You could just get completely stacked by the 4th floor and snowball everything. The wiki didn't say, so I thought it would. That's fair enough. That might be a good note to add on there. Resets every floor. But it does seem to be the case of the more red health it takes away, the bigger your stat boost. The only downside is it does leave us in a very dangerous position. Especially that 2 speed feels a lot faster than it used to. Max speed feels a lot faster than it used to. Max speed is also going to be the name of my detective when I get round to writing my film noir movie. The name's Max Speed. I'm here to solve cases quickly and go home and get lunch. You know what would be great right now? Adrenaline. If I could get the adrenaline syringe, that would really pop this to a new level. Not that we can, but... it's a dirty room. Which lets us skip a floor, but... never mind. Quick heal up. Only because Just In Case is already taken. Just In Case is a great detective name. It's one of my favourite jokes as well. It's a lot of cash money, and I spent a bit too long worrying about the poop when I should have been worrying about the clay men chasing after me. Story of my life. Wait, what? This would be useful though. If we could get into the shop, it would certainly be useful. Can I get over to these if I put a bomb here and blow the poop over? That's how that works. Of course, wonderful. A little bit of cash money. If I can get another bomb, then I'd happily do it again to the other rack right there as well. If we can't get item rooms, we need to rely on our shops to augment the run. However, I do need some more bombs. The dang Claymen. Ah, the Dreamcatcher's back. I liked the Dreamcatcher as an item, I've got to be honest. I thought that actually it was quite cool being able to see what you'd have to deal with in future battles. If only you had a ladder! I'm going to buy the bomb because we may get our money back and it'll increase our deity deal chance. Perfect. Add that to our soul heart count as well. And roll onwards. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Thank you. I'm going to wait for this one to shoot again, and then we're going to come in. Same again for this mushroom. Lovely. Take him out. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot! No! Alright. Ooh. Playing dangerous, huh? Nothing else for me here. Fistula. I'm going to eat my words here, I can tell, but Fistula is not that difficult. You do just need to play carefully, especially in this kind of situation where you don't have any deity deal protection. Ah! See? Speed is so much quicker than it used to be. I'm sure it is. Unless I'm like slipping on my own blood creep, then... Caffeine pill? Lame. Even lamer. Oh well, down we go. Oh, I didn't go and buy Dreamcatcher. Was there a use for it? Probably not. On this run, probably not. Envy. Oh, God. Be kind, Ed, would you? For God's sake. He's like, you want me to be kind? I nearly gifted you a beast run as Magdalene. You know, the run that you said was not going to go anywhere? It nearly went all the way. Oh, talking of not going all the way, though. There's that. I'm sure that's why you start with the blood bag too. It gives a speed boost and more HP to be drained by blood oath. I think you're right. Okay. Challenge, not so good. We are going to do something as B-Side Isaac. I guarantee it now. Because we've done about 3, maybe 4 B-Side Isaac runs. All of them have perished before we've been able to achieve anything. 2 of them before we got anywhere, and 2 of them around the end of the Dogma path. I don't care what shape this run takes, we are going to finish it and get some marks on the post-it note. I personally guarantee it. A gulp pill, great to have, but not when you have no trinkets. And a tears down pill. I do personally guarantee it, but I don't know if this is going to be that run. We'll see how this goes. If Gluttony gives me the health up, that'll be... Just gonna hold R to restart. It's fine. I had no win streak to lose. You're allowed to do it if you have no win streak. And you're within 3 rooms of the run starting, you can hold R to restart if it goes badly. At least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Alright, what do you got for me? Sackhead's nice. The red candle is also very nice. Let's see if we can make that happen. But first of all, item room? Here it is. Oh, don't get stuck. What do you got for me? Iron bar, Bomber Boy. Let's go Bomber Boy to start. Purely for the additional bombs. I'm just going to pop that there. And you get Bomberman style explosions. One of my favourite bomb items is Bomber Boy. I think it's such a cool idea. And it's also pretty dang powerful as well. The explosion covers half the room, which can be a real advantage sometimes. Especially if we can then synergize that with something like Dr. Fetus? Epic Fetus, maybe? Could also be pretty good. None of this is getting me any closer to getting the shop items, though. Oh, okay. If we kill these in time, they will explode into more money. Nowhere near enough, though. I was kind of hoping for more. Not to sound greedy, but I was kind of hoping for more. It's not greed, it's just it didn't live up to expectations. What's the pill? Health up! Great. I do not understand these green flies. What is their movement pattern? They kind of move in a line, but they sort of don't. It's really disorientating. I'm going to go and I'm going to buy the red candle. No, I'm going to buy Charged Baby instead because I forgot that the items switch around as you do. Alright, Gemini is back. We remember what to do with Gemini. Take out baby Gemini first. And we're going to use a Bomber Boy Bomb to... Honestly, I thought that that would actually finish the boss off entirely. I've been sorely misled. The one thing that makes me not enjoy Bizac is that I always forget that the items switch. And so that costs me. Both of these are tiers up, but I don't know which one's better. So I'm going to take the bar of soap, because it does shot speed as well. There we are. Totally planned. Onwards. Yeah, because my timing is always so bad with picking up the item pedestals, and I always forget that they change. I'm just... It just never goes correctly. I mean, that's definitely a me problem. That's just a kind of, well, you need to get good. I appreciate that, but at the same time... Oh, Charged Baby! We're in with the last minute freeze. And it actually may have saved a little bit of our health right there. But see, we may be able to use... I don't think it will stretch, actually. If we use Bomber Boy right there. Oh, I will spend a bomb for a dime, though. And a cent as well. Lovely. Gold chest, is it worth it? Sure. Spending all my consumables right now. Ooh, what are you? A blessed penny. A wealth of purity. Does that give me... I feel like that gives me soul hearts whenever I pick up a penny. Or has a chance to. Maybe we'll see that come to life. If that is the case, very good trinket to have. Picking up pennies can grant soul hearts. It's a Bethany trinket. You know what? That would actually be a very solid trinket for Bethany in her runs. It's not to say we can't get any use out of it too. I'm going to presume that the drop rate is ridiculously low though. Because otherwise, again, you could just end up with an immortal run. Because you're just forever picking up soul hearts whenever you get money. Maybe it's influenced by luck a little bit as well. But I'm going to assume that the drop rate is just low. So out of the 12 cents we picked up there, we got a half soul heart. Yeah, the drop rate's very low. Confirmed. Oops, I just backed out of that room before meaning to. Hopefully there's nothing too urgent for us in there and we'll be able to pick that up when we go back, if there was anything. I'm liking the tiers up we got in the bar of soap. But if we could now get more, or a damage up, preferably damage, that would be golden. I know, Ed, I ask for a lot, but I feel like it's a basic Isaac entitlement is to be able to get statistical increases of actual use and merit to the playthrough. And you can only make it through this game if your damage output grows in correlation with the difficulty of the floors you're playing. If anyone has ever tried to do a run where you've got a miserable fire rate and no damage, you can't get very far. However, Ed, ask and ye shall receive. Cricket's head, flat damage up. You love it. What do you want from me, Ed? He's being far too generous. Every time I ask for something, he's giving it to me now. Either he feels sorry for me, or he's gonna make me come crashing down very soon. I have no keys to access our shop, or even to be able to make it onto the alternative path, so this could just be a run destined for the chest or the dark room. Nay is off to bed. Night, friends. Good night, Nay. Have a pleasant sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Public service announcement. Tomorrow is my birthday stream. I will be streaming from midday, Greenwich Mean Time, until maybe around 4. Because then I have to go and get my hair cut. But then after I've had my hair cut, we'll be back maybe around 7-ish for some more streams in the evening. Health or health? Let's go health on this one. So if anyone is free tomorrow and wants to come and hang out with me for my pre-birthday stream, you know where to find me. Let's go Angel Rooms. I haven't really got a schedule for tomorrow. I don't really know what to play and when. We've got to have time for some Tomb Raider and some Pokemon. Then maybe just, I don't know, more Isaac, I guess. We'll finish off the Portal Reloaded stuff on next week. Otherwise, I don't know, just some general chatting, some general gaming. Maybe a little bit of One More Block building. We've not done anything on One More Block for a little while now. We should get back onto the server and carry on with our movie studio. Oh, Trites! I knew it. I hate that damage. I hate that damage. You know the names of the horrible enemies in this game. If you know an enemy's name, it is an enemy that has killed you multiple times and has irritated you enough to the point where you've worked out what it's called in the bestiary. And that jumping spider is a trite, and I hate it. Great, I pooed myself into a corner. Now the game's not even giving me money to be able to make the Blessed Penny work. You see, Ed, he gave me my flat damage upgrade, but now he's ruined everything else that I wanted. Hey, there's my soul heart. If only I'd gone into that room before the room with the Trites, we may be looking at getting our angel deal on this floor. But now that's a little bit less of a certainty. And it was already not much of a certainty to begin with. Oh, this room's kinda upsetting. It's full of things that explode. The barrels, the rocks, the black spiders. Everything goes boom. Even the red flies, when they're defeated, they explode into a hail of bullets. Especially this one. I think this one will explode into more than the others because it's a champion. And the blue champions explode into bullets. Charged Baby is doing a lot of work with these battery drops, but I have no item that requires batteries. And that's what's really holding Charged Baby back from being the incredible item that it is. It freezes enemies every now and then. That's very useful. But all the batteries it's been dropping that we just can't use. I am deeply embarrassed with how this run is going, by the way. It's a bit of a nothing run at the moment. Not only have we been taking stupid damage in pretty much every single room, but none of our items are wonderful at the moment. We've had 1 tears up and 1 damage up, which is fine. But the other 3 are just kind of... they're just there. None of them are really transforming it. We had a health up, which is fine, but like not really transforming anything. Bomber Boy has been probably about the most useful thing we've had, but even then it's still quite circumstantial. Survival with met items is still impressive. And that's what this game does. Sometimes you do not have the choice. You just have to make do with rubbish items. I mean, even the alternatives in the item rooms have not been great. You know, they've just kind of... I don't know, nothing's popping off just yet. Doesn't mean to say that it can't. We just need to try and put in a little bit more work now to get it to happen. Which is annoying, because I don't want to put in the work to get it to happen. I just want to be gifted, you know, Godhead on every single run and not have to worry about a thing. Because I'm entitled like that. In the shop, there is a soul heart for sale, which I should probably buy. Oh, Bomber Boy blew up the machine. Never mind. What are you? More options. More options is good. More options gives us an additional pedestal in our item rooms. So that... where... See? I'm convinced Ed listens in real time. I've been whinging about the lack of choice in the items, so he's given me an item that gives me choice. Now we get an extra item pedestal in our item rooms, which means that rather than choosing between 2 items, we should now be able to choose between 4 in every single item room. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it. You've done me a solid right there. All you gotta do is whinge for long enough. I haven't got any keys to get in! He gives with one hand, he takes with the other. This one may not be as successful, but it had 2 very good boss fights. This is true. I'm not saying the stream has been a waste of time, because it certainly has not. We've learned a lot, we've done a lot. Thank you. But because of the monumental things that we have accomplished, the monumental things we have accomplished on this run, I feel like I'm owed a cakewalk run. Curse of the blind! Ed! Voices complain about a run. Ed, you what? Ed, you really what? Ed! Has choice between 4 items. Can't see what any of them are. Okay, top or bottom? And then as soon as I see a choice, I'm just going to pick the item, whatever it may be. And we'll never know what the other 3 are. Curse of the Tower. God, I hope not. I am carrying the tower. Glowing Hourglass. Well, we at least have something for our spacebar item now, but I don't know how to use the Glowing Hourglass. We'll see what we can do. What do you got for me? Gurdy Jr. As well as the Gurglings. I just don't like the... I don't like the Gurdy family of bosses. They're secretly very difficult. Apart from Gurdy. Gurdy's fairly easy. But every other variant of the Gurdy family is tough. Tougher than they seem. Okay. And go! Can farm out soul hearts with rooms that have a lot of coin. We can do that. Oh! With the glowing hourglass, you mean? Oh. Well, we will look into that. If we get a situation like that arise, I'll be interested in attempting to exploit that. Oh, God, I hate this room! This is the guaranteed damage room. Unless you spend a decade on it. Oh. Easy, easy, easy. Perfect. I won't be able to get into any of... I won't be able to get into the item room on this floor. Or the shop, or a vault, open any chests, or anything like that. In this current state. Ed, can I have a key? Thanks, Ed. Oh, it's so good when he comes through for you like that. Ooh, nearly blew myself up there. Let's go into the arcade. I might be able to get some more keys out of here. Can I take out the charged baby as well? Oh, yes, all in one. What are you? Please be some sort of invincibility. Power pill? Great. Oh, there goes my earbud. He giveth and he taketh away. It's a constant back and forth, you know. It's literally kind of just passing the parcel. You know. Thank you. There you go. Ah, thanks. Yeah, there you go. You're just constantly taking and passing gifts around. Let's try and turn this run into something now, shall we? Because I feel like by this point in Bizek runs, I've been choosing about items that to swap out. Whereas we still have an empty slot right now. I've not even had to make a decision yet. Oop, oop. One more thing. There he is. Gotcha. Apparently items that grant HP don't take them away when you swap them back out. I expect they'll end up patching that out eventually. I have noticed that. I have noticed that you keep your health. I wonder if you keep transformations. I haven't been able to deduce that yet. Or if... So if you have 3 guppy items and you put one of them down, do you lose your guppy state? Or are you able to carry on being guppy whilst not holding on to them? I've not been able to work that out yet. Because I know that they patched rerolls, so if you reroll your run and you roll out of items that gave you a transformation, you no longer have it. That is how you use the blue hourglass. Room was rubbish. Teleport out. Recover the health that you spent getting in there. Probably could have played the cursed beggar as well, but never mind. Okay, what do you got for me? Rosary, soul hearts, Mongo baby. Just gives us a familiar that shoots tears at the moment. Or you've got 10 bombs or butterbean / wait what, depending on what it is. I think you've got to go Rosary on this occasion. Give me some health. And it's a tears up? Since when? Beautiful. Cool. Perfect decision. I don't see why you would be able to keep it. You get bookworm without holding all 3 books at once. True, there is that. Definitely arguments for and against. Maybe that should be something we should look at investigating then. On this run, if we're able to. Oh. None of those are particularly wonderful. I don't think I've blown up a shopkeeper yet on this floor. I have not. Okay, 90% chance of a deal with the angel. That's more or less guaranteed. So don't let me down, Ed. Please. Don't let me down, Ed. Please. There you go. I was polite. Black lipstick. I think I'll stick with the blessed penny. What do you got? The Forsaken again. We fought the Forsaken in every run this evening. Or at least I feel like we have. Never mind, Ed, about letting me down. I think I may end up letting myself down if I keep on playing the Forsaken in this way. Oh my god. You know what? I'm just going to come out. Forget all that. I lost too much health on that. Let's get a redo. There's no way that I should have lost that much health to the Forsaken. One, maybe 2 hits at a push, but that was an incalculable amount of damage. And none of it was justifiable as well. It was all just dumb, moronic damage. And now we got this attempt right here. Glowing Hourglass doing a great job for us. Thank you very much. Plus a couple of red hearts for our trouble. And we got our Angel Rune. Love it. Have you gotten the R key yet? I have picked up the R key, and it is an incredible item. I love the R key. What do you got for me? Glyph of... no, sorry. That's the Prism. Splits our shots into 4. Little Delirium. Holy Mantle or... that item. It's pretty much GG when you get it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with my R key run. I picked it up about halfway through the run. And then took it all the way to... I beat Mum's Foot. And then restarted all over again and just steamrolled. I've encountered the glowing blue item before. I can't remember what it does, though. So I'm just having a sneaky little look at Platinum God. Don't hate me. Revelation. 2 soul hearts plus flying. And the light beam attack. I loved that. I love that item. I loved that item. This one, not holy. This one is brilliant. So we have tears, and then we can also cast a holy light. Oh wait, no, this isn't the item I'm thinking of. There's another Angel Room item where you can send out a light beam cross. Or something like that. Either way, 0 complaints. Let's go. Starting off with Uriel, I believe. Oh, yes. More of that. That's brilliant. And it doesn't snap like Brimstone does. You can charge up the next one while the first one's still going. That's great. I do want to keep my tears up, though. So, bye-bye Mum's Heels. There we go. We fixed it. We sorted it. We're in a good spot now. Alright, take me down. Let's go. It hard carried my Judas run. I can see why. This is beautiful. Curse of Darkness. Well, the Lord said unto thee, let there be light! And there was a glowing light beam. I now need to adjust to the fact that I can fly, which means that those spiked rocks are now going to become a problem, as you have just witnessed. Because although we can fly it, we cannot fly over spiked rocks. Oh, man! Beautiful. Why does this keep happening in Bizac runs? We keep on getting runs where, as I'm playing it, I keep thinking to myself, we could take this to Dogma and then onwards. But no, we're not going to do it. I told you, I have personally guaranteed it. I have promised you that we are going to get something done as B-Side Isaac today. And in order for that to happen, we need to go to the chest or to the dark room and actually get it done. Because I am fed up of just looking at a blank post-it note for B-Side Isaac. If you want to risk it, go for Hush. Oh, we're never going to make Hush. We're already 25 minutes in. You got to defeat Mum's Heart within 30 minutes to make it to Hush. You got to defeat Mum's Foot within 20 minutes if you want to make it to Boss Rush. Both of those are check marks on the post-it note, so we do need to do those at some point. But this run is not going to be the run. Balls of Steel! Great. Unless we get into the shop and find Mama Mega. Okay, neither of those items help me out right here, really. I've got BBF, which is the Big Beautiful Fly. That just causes more damage than it prevents. And the other item is Fate, which gives us Flight and half an Eternal Heart. We already have Flight, and our health is already in a great position where an Eternal Heart isn't really going to transform our lives too much. So I'm happy rolling with what we have for the time being. I hate trying to rush them. It's not easy. You're kind of, in order to get to those fights, you are at the complete mercy of your run. There are some runs that you are just not going to be fast enough to manage it. So you are relying on the items being good and being able to get you that far. Beautiful. Perks. Cool. Atlas! Hiya! Atlas, good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is. Afternoon now? Early afternoon? If not, it will be afternoon shortly. Am I right? It's near 2 PM. Great, there we go. Good afternoon to you. How are you today, Atlas? I hope you're well, as always. Yes, we're not gonna do Dogma on this one. I'm not even gonna look for the tinted skull. If we see the marked skull, I'm not even gonna bother cracking it open for the card. We are just taking this one to whatever end we can think of, just to get some completion marks down for B-Side Isaac. Also, because it is 5 minutes to when I should be finishing the stream, and we still have half a run to complete. Oops. Never mind. Pretty good. Finally got fiancé out of a job that was treating her badly. That is good. That is good indeed. Onwards and upwards to better things now. I mean, Mr. Mega with Bomber Boy would be good. I think we could swap out Charged Baby for that. So now our bombs are bigger and do more damage. Could be useful. It's great to hear. You can't put a price on peace of mind. Very, very well said. Tears down! No! Lockdown! No! How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Dang it. We managed to get her a job at my workplace. Oh, cool. That's got to work out better, surely. The members card that's kind of redundant now. Boom! Oh, what are we on? Necropolis 1? No, neither. Actually, you know what? We could take the gift. If we take the gift, we can use that in an angel room to get an additional angel item, potentially. Oh, the Mask of Infamy. Oh. Feel the light. Accept it into your soul. Accept it into your heart. The Lord will find a way. Accept my light beams. Feel them burn into you. Took a pay cut to step into my current job just to leave a bad situation. Within 6 months I was given a raise and made more and felt way better. That's the perfect way to do it. Like, money isn't everything. You've got to be happy in what you're doing as well. Because otherwise it just doesn't mean anything. Neither. We'll stick with Angel, I think. And I'm going to swap out the Rosary for Binky. For the... Actually, that was... Did that actually do anything Tears Uppy? I don't really know. I don't know if one of those was better than the other. Still, never mind. Exactly. My fiancée has worked this job before, back when we first met. She's really happy to get back to it. Oh, nice. So, especially if you're returning to somewhere that you've already got good history with. Like, that's a total win-win, no-brainer. Shivy T, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Shiv. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you are well. Happy belated birthday. Fellow April baby. Gonna hop off to get ready for the gym. Good luck on the run. Science Crow, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. And for your guidance and wisdom as always. Enjoy the rest of your day, friend. And I hope to see you again tomorrow, maybe. As I said, it's the birthday stream tomorrow. And we'll be up to... I don't really know. I haven't planned it. At all. All I've got are some vague timings for it. Because those are dictated by my haircut. Have a good evening, Science Crow. I'm alright, thank you. How are you? I am good, thank you. Just muddling through. Basically counting down the days to my birthday now. Just like, come on, come on! Not particularly excited for it. I'm not a big birthday person, but like... just want something different of a day. Doing a 12-hour? It won't be 12 hours, no. So I am planning on streaming from midday GMT until about 4 o'clock. Because I have a haircut booked at 5. So then I'm going to go and get my haircut. And then have some dinner and then come back to stream. Maybe for like around 7ish or something like that. And then just stream through the evening until I'm ready for bed, I think. Is the basic plan. No hard and fast times. Or indeed, stream schedule. Oh, sippy, sippy, slurp, slurp, hydration break. 3 gulps, and we've only got a little bit left. I have been drinking a lot of water today. Did we hit the bendy goal? We did indeed hit the bendy goal. So, we shall indeed at some point be playing Bendy and the Ink Machine. And you know what? I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I'm putting on these airs and graces of the fact that it's going to be an absolute chore to play through. And you know what? It's not going to be a chore to play through. From what I gather, it's a really good game, first and foremost. It's just, I don't like horror games and I don't like that art style. But I am intrigued to actually get onto it and see what's going down. this is our last item room. And I think maybe we go with Tech 2. Because I don't think Tech 2 is a damage down anymore. So, we take Tech 2. It's a fire rate down, but it's a constant laser whilst shooting tears, and we also get our Holy Light as well. So yeah, I am looking forward to experiencing the game. I'm sure that it will be a great game experience. The same way that all the horror games I've played on the channel have been great gaming experiences. I just don't like horror games. So I am looking forward to Bendy. I'm just going to need a little bit of love and support as we go through it. Alright, come on, Mum. Stabbing... Well, we're not stabbing the foot, but... we're... I mean, this... I almost feel like... I'm glad this isn't the case, but... holy attacks like this light beam shouldn't actually damage Mum. Maybe should even heal her, because this whole game started with her enacting the will of God. She's, you know, not possessed by the Holy Spirit almost. So that would almost be like a fun anti-synergy almost, is that if you got holy attacks, they don't actually work that well on Mum. If I may, I have a fun puzzle game on Steam I'd like to see you play, like a platformer. A platformer called Ink. You should play it, it's very colourful and fun. I'll look into that, that does sound good. It sounds, based on the name, it sounds like a platform game where you have to draw the platforms for your character. Is that mildly correct, maybe? What do you got for me? We got the body for health, or we got Seraphim, I think that is, as a familiar that will attack our foes. Is there anything we can afford to lose for that? Not really for either of those, to be honest. Does the gift contain anything wonderful? Eden's Soul is an interesting shout. The candle, the more rooms we beat without taking damage, the faster we shoot. Or Eden's Soul, we charge it up and then we can get some more items. So I think we have to go with Eden's Soul on this one. And I see that Eternal Heart there. Don't think I don't. Let's go. Come on, Gabriel. Oh, you're coming at me with your own Holy Light, I see. Two can play that game. Even if I did miss. Oof. Toasting me a little bit, though. It's making me a little uncomfortable, I must admit, Gabriel. Can we... maybe not so much? Lovely. Second key piece. So this is going to be a Mega Satan run, I think. Soul Hearts, maybe? Hey, we got one. Kind of. Platforms are invisible, but you leave rainbow ink behind by jumping and moving around, so you have to discover the platforms and survive. Okay. That does sound quite cool. And let's go Polaroid on this occasion. That does sound quite cool. I'll look that up. Always down for more games to be added. I've got my list here. I need to cross some stuff off it and things because we've done it. But I'm down for more games. There are a lot of games on the list, though. I do need to kind of work through them before starting new ones because I just keep on adding to it. I'm like, oh, I should really take some of these off. And I guess the other downside as well is where I will be starting back at work soon, my streaming availability is going to go through the floor. Which is going to be sad. I'm just going to have to find other times to stream and see what I can do to make it work. There will be means and there will be ways, don't worry, we're not going anywhere. It will just take some time to work out. I used to play it just to relax. It's got nice music. If I'm instantly sold. Great sound design in a video game is an instant win as far as I'm concerned. If your game sounds great, I am like 60% more likely to play it. Alrighty, I got a dip. Nap time for Tiny Human. Have a good rest of the run. Thank you very much. I shall do my best. Enjoy the rest of your day, Atlas. And I will see you again soon. Maybe tomorrow if you want to join in for our birthday stream as well. Hope to see you there. Couple of Isaac faces, very thematically apt for what we are doing. Oh my goodness me, dangerous. However, we're sorting it out. We've done it. Oh, we've got fly. I don't need to worry about the creepy puddles being left by everything. Awesome. If that's the case, then you should 100% get it, because the sound design in ink is very satisfying. Then say no more. I am convinced. Have a good one. I shall. Thank you very much. You too. Oh, you know what? I'm not hearing any construction work going on this evening, so hopefully, maybe actually I haven't got to attempt to sleep whilst they're resurfacing the road tonight. That would be fun. Imagine that, an undisturbed night's sleep? What lunacy. Last night I had roadworks occurring at gone midnight. Out the front of the house, carried right the way around to the back, and it was thoroughly frustrating. And I saw that they still had their machinery out, so I was concerned that I'd have to be dealing with more of that, but I don't think we do. Goathead's great. I think it's time to swap out Bomber Boy. Swapping out to Goathead so that we get our guaranteed deity deal chance for the next couple of floors. Hopefully they will be angel rooms, and then we can use Eden's soul in there to get some really good and powerful items. That's my thinking. We still have Mr. Mega, so we're still doing some pretty gnarly bomb effects. However, I've wasted a lot of health on this floor. I've not been concentrating too well. Hopefully some of these monies will give us some soul hearts from the Blessed Penny. 2 halves make a whole. I'll take it. Can I zap all of these in one? You bet I can. Boy, careful. Any more for any more? Yeah, there's always more. The end is never the end. At least that's what they say. Ooh, what do you got? Potentially more soul hearts? Yeah, another half, that'll do. It's keeping me in the game, that's what I like. Triachnid. Okay. Not the toughest boss in the world. Triachnid we can take out. Triachnid is similar to the Viz Sisters in that it's kind of weak for how late in the game it appears. Alright. What do you got for me in the Angel Room? Nun's Habit or Sacred Heart? Sacred Heart is an unbelievably good item. Gives us a damage up. Double damage, in fact, by the way. Does knock our fire rate down a bit, but it also gives us homing, which is unbelievable. I don't know if that'll apply to the Holy Light. We will see. Let's use Eden's Soul and see if we can get some more power. Try Sagen. Or a similar Sacred Heart item. Let's swap out Tech 2 for Trisagion, which gives us more light beams to shoot at our enemies. And I'm going to swap out Goathead for the second Sacred Heart. Immaculate Heart. Halo of Tears. Which sometimes shoots tears around us like that. I am happy with that. Beautiful. And anything from out of here? No, I think we're good. Down we go. Down to Womb 2. We've just got Womb 2 to do, then the Cathedral, then the Chest and Mega Satan. And you know what? If we can get to Delirium, then we should probably do that as well. Nice. Okay. Maybe just put a slight photosensitivity warning on this bit. There's a lot of strange light patterns going down, so if you are photosensitive for anything, just be wary as you're watching this bit. There's a lot of weird lighting effects going down right now. The homing effect works on the holy lights. That's unbelievable. Incredible. This is so good. So unbelievably good. Pin? It is indeed Pin, and he melted. This is unbelievable. We are more or less unstoppable right now. I mean, we're still at the mercy of taking damage, but we are relatively unstoppable. Such a melt. Take that, Gurglings. You may have caused me ire in the past, but now it is you who will suffer. Hematemesis is the worst. How is it possible? I had 7 red heart containers and I only got 1 red heart out of that. That is an absolute travesty! Really upset by that. Secret room, give me health. No. Not quite what I had in mind. It's quite a nice lighting effect, though. I like the Curse of Darkness for its the cool lighting effects that we get here, especially with our current tier setup as well. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Any more? Yep. Hello. Ow. If we could not continue to hemorrhage all of our health, that would be wonderful. I know we did literally hemorrhage our health when we took that pill. I would like to try and make a solid attempt at reclaiming it, if at all possible. Because we do need to take this run all the way to the original ending. And beyond, if possible. It lives, okay. We're nearly there. Oh, easy peasy. And it gifts us with 1 more devil deal as well. Popping off to bed, needs sleeps. I understand. Hope you have a wicked rest of stream, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you very much for dropping by. And I hope you have a good evening. See you later, alligator. Ah, Abaddon would be nice. But I think that's going to completely destroy all of my red health. Let's try it. Oh, but it replaced it all with good stuff, so not 100% upset about that. Plus, our damage is now insane. We got the Polaroid, so we're going up to the Cathedral. It's important to get that right, otherwise this run will end prematurely. Which isn't good, because we've put a lot of effort into this run, and it's a very good run. Again, it keeps happening. It's a run that we could very easily have taken onto Dogma. But I am glad that we haven't. I want to achieve some completion marks for this character. And I did personally guarantee that we would. So it would be kind of poor show of me to not deliver on that now. Man, the holy light that's coming through right now. Unbelievable. The holy light and Trisagion. We managed to complete our Eternal Heart, so I'm going to go back for the Rotten Heart so that we can get flies whenever we complete a room. Because they do double our tier damage. So they're going to be doing about 57 damage. Which is a very high number. This is what I was hoping for. When I was asking Ed for a run that would steamroll and be a cakewalk, this is what I meant. I'm glad he came through for us in the end. Daddy Longlegs. Nothing at all. And a couple of holy bonies. Alright. Take out the totem so you can destroy the monsters. A couple of Lokis. And Horseless Headman. Absolute steamroll. Another ghost. More ghosties? Ghoulies? There they are. We got it. I love these runs. These ones that just melt. Oh, they're so good. They make it all worthwhile. Let's do it. Isaac versus Isaac. Or rather, I guess that should be Bizek versus Isaac. Look at this. We've pretty much nailed him already. In fact, he's already out. He's gone. See ya. Alright, onto the chest. Beautiful. Because we got the key pieces from the angels, we can also take on Mega Satan. Book of Sin and indeed Secrets. Mask of Infamy and Betrayal. Ah, this is a new item. The intestine thing. But I'm not swapping it out for anything. I don't think I need any of this, to be honest. I'm quite confident in what we have. None of that's really appealing to me. So, he says as he immediately takes a hit upon entering the room. So I'm just going to ignore everything. I don't think I need any of that. Or rather, the stuff that I might need, it certainly doesn't outweigh the items that we're carrying already. Sacred Heart, Immaculate Heart, Trisagion, and the Holy Light are absolutely killing it for us. And I could not ask for more. So I'm not going to ask for more. Ed, you're off the hook. You're off shift. You're done for the night. A couple of health ups, but again, we're in a nice spot. I don't think I need either of them. Another book. Capricorn? I could take Capricorn. Swap it out for the Binky. I'll do that. I'll swap out Capricorn. For an all stats up. Oh my god, Brownie. What Brownie? No. Neither of those. Looking for our final boss. Where is the blue baby? And they are blue, but not babies. Not by a long shot. Triple Widow. That's very unlucky. Followed by Double Wretched. What was this card? The Devil. Well, that's going to be more useful to us later on. We'll take that. Oh, all these pills. What did I gulp? The Blessed Penny. Cool. Curse of the Maze. Health down. Tears down. Balls of Steel. Honestly, might be better. If we're going to be going to Mega Satan and hopefully, potentially, maybe, possibly Delirium, Balls of Steel might help. It'll just give us a quick health boost as and when we need it. Watch out for the bomb. Oh, it feels so good when you come across a boss that gave you trouble earlier in the run. And then you come across them later in the run and just completely destroy them. That's satisfying. Alright, here we are, the dead baby. Your time is now, friend. And indeed, the dead baby is dead. Let's go and take on Mega Satan now, whilst we still have the ability to do so. And we'll also cross off these final rooms as well. There's Pestilence and Death. Not too concerned about either of them now we fought their super versions. Not only fought them, defeated them. That's the kind of person I am now. I ain't afraid anymore. A couple of danger dangles. Easy as pie. Alright, Mega Satan. Let's go. You step on the seal. And it begins. So we just need to cause as much damage as possible to him. I feel like Mega Satan has got super armor now, which means that the amount of health he has scales with the amount of damage you do, so that you can't just steamroll him. Because there was definitely... It's very rare, whenever I fight Mega Satan, that he actually gets to launch any sort of attack. Normally, whenever I come to Mega Satan, he's just an absolute cakewalk. Having said that, we are kind of breezing through the phases, so maybe I was mistaken. Well, maybe not though, maybe not. Alright, phase 1 of Mega Satan is out of the way. Now on to phase 2. What do you got for me? Huh? Huh? I'm ready for you, whatever you may have. I'm not used to how long this holy light beam takes to charge. Oh, he's taking it though. Coming in there with the hard to dodge fires. Easy, 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 easy. Nice. Find your sweet spot and hide. Sweet spot has abandoned me. Okay. Okay, Mega Satan's out of the way. Woo! Do we get a portal to Delirium? Yes, we do. Well, then... It would be remiss of me to not have a go. We've made it this far. The run's kinda good. Let's go to the Void and see if Delirium can be taken on. Mega Chest has appeared in the basement. Oh god. Oh, not Curse of the Lost. Curse of the Lost on the Delirium floor is really cruel. The floor is like 8 times bigger than any other floor in the game. And there are 8 boss rooms that we need to just go into on the off chance that Delirium is in there. This is not one of them. We need to face off against Satan. Having just destroyed Mega Satan, we've now got to work against regular Satan. The problem is the more bosses we fight, the more health we stand to lose. However, we can get items from these. Cat of Nine Tails is a damage up. I'm going to swap out my other tears up for damage, I think. There we go. Cool. Okay, another boss door. That's good. Could this one be Delirium? Kind of hopeful. It's Mum's Heart. Okay. Not quite what we wanted to see. Mum's Heart is an easier version of It Lives, though, which we have already fought. Oh. More damage, though. Alright, Capricorn can go now. Damage is going to be basically our biggest friend now, because with Sacred Heart's damage boost, we could become really powerful. Hey, a crawl space! Bacano? It's okay. Algiz would have been better for my situation right now, but not interested in either of those. That's fine. Another boss room, okay. Are you the one? It's the adversary. Ordinarily, a very tough boss. On this occasion, far less. Jesus Juice for damage and range up. That might be better than Cat of Nine Tails. The shot speed up is probably going to hinder us a little bit. Oh, it is less damage though. Fine, we'll go with the Nine Tails then. Fine. Oh, we should pick up pennies for soul hearts because of the blessed penny. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Another boss room. Delirium, please. Charge up the holy light so we can get a shot off. It's Brownie! Not what we needed. Tears up. And no. Neither of those are needed for what we're doing now. Destroy everything! And we're doing a great job of doing so as well. Easy. I see it coming. Another boss door. Delirium? I don't think it is. Why would it be? Ah, it's Gish! Get out of here, Gish! If it's soul hearts you need, why not bomb the blue fires? Fair point. And actually, here we are. We got the super bandage, which we can pick up for the health, and then just put it back down. Sorted. But you're absolutely right, actually. I should be going after the blue fires. Nice. Delirium? Is the game like hard-coded to always put Delirium in the last room that you... like the last boss room you go into? It always feels like that way. And frankly, Ed, I'm sick of it. You need to get your act together. We have a job to do, Anakin. Try not to upset him. I thought that's how it worked. I don't know. It always feels like that's the way, so maybe that is how it's designed. 4 bosses, then Delirium? I don't know. I know there's 8 bosses on the floor, so you have a chance to face off against 7 before you even make it to him. Oh man, 2 hits to Loki. Loki Eye is bad. Fortunately, plenty of additional soul hearts knocking around. Oy. That's not the way to do that room. It worked, but do as I say, not as I do, okay? Okay. I'm grateful that none of the alt floors seem to spawn down in the void. I think that would make life quite bad for me. Conquest! Clear rune. This is the item that mimics the runes. Oh, haha, oh. Blank card for runes. Okay. I mean, if this is gonna give me a algiz, then that would be unbelievably brilliant. I doubt that it will, but we will see. This has got to be Delirium. It's the blast assist! Can you believe it? Car battery for double usage. Ugh, the items are getting so good. I don't want to get rid of anything. I'll pass. I'll pass. I'm making the decision to pass. Curse of the Lost should be coded out of being able to occur on the Void. Like, there's just... The floor is so big. How can I possibly know where I've been and where I haven't? The smart play, of course, would have been to use the clear rune on the blank rune on the off chance that you get Dagaz and it purifies the curses from you. But never mind. We're here now. What does it matter? Delirium. Okay, let's go straight away. Algiz? I don't think it did. I don't know what it did, but I don't think it did Algiz. It confirmed it did not do Algiz. Honestly, with the homing Holy Light, this could be a great Delirium fight. All we need to do is just try and keep our distance, essentially, and use the light to damage him. Oh, the green ones explode. Dingle, watch out. White pill. What are you? Addicted? That is so bad. So bad. Oh god. Okay. Never mind, never mind, never mind. We're coping, we're coping. We may not be coping. Algiz, go! Perthro! How dare you! Oh no. I think that one's Curse of the Maze. No way, no way, no way, no how! Come on. You can't be about to do me like this, please. Oh, did we do it? Did we do it? Did we do it? Oh, Delirium dead. Whew. Come on, you can do it. We did it. Unbelievable. Ooh. Fantastic. It feels good to finally get a victory in today. We have done Delirium. I kept my end of the bargain. I guaranteed you we would get a victory on a B-side Isaac run. And we have now done so. B-side Isaac to the Cathedral, the Chest, and Delirium. Nice. Could we have taken that run to Dogma and the Beast? Quite possibly, but it wouldn't have been a win. Ah. I can't believe how close we got on that other run where we took out the Super Horseman to actually take on the Beast. That was such a good run, but never mind. Thank you for the bits. I think you could have done it. Maybe we could have. But we need to get some wins under our belts for B-side Isaac, which we now have. We've now got one victory. The spin down dice has appeared in the basement. Oh, we get a new picture because we defeated Dogma, I think. There we go. B-side Isaac finally has some marks on his post-it. Fantastic. Oh, and Mega Satan as well. We did Mega Satan as well. That's brilliant. Cool. Well, I am very happy with how today's streams went. Were there any wins? Only that final one. But the amount of new tech that we discovered, the things we now know about unlocking new characters, is pretty good. So we need to leave items or trinkets in the first floor boss room to be able to unlock the B-sides from now on. And we also know a little bit more about the Dogma fight, because every Dogma fight we did today went really well. We made it onto the Beast. Now we need to begin to suss out how to deal with the Beast properly. Or more specifically, I guess, the Super Horseman. The Beast felt like it could have been fairly doable, but the Super Horseman are where the difficulty lies in that boss, I think. But that will be something for another stream. Possibly tomorrow, because tomorrow is my pre-birthday stream. I turn 29 on April the 24th, and because I am not able to stream at any other time, I will be doing a sort of birthday celebration shenanigan thingamajigamabob tomorrow. From midday, I will be streaming, I don't know what, but I will be streaming from midday up until about 4 o'clock. Then I'm going to go and get my hair cut, and then we'll be back from about 7 o'clock in the evening for a few more streams and fun times as well. If you want to keep up to date with schedule, things that are going down, hang out with us outside of the stream, you have the link to the Discord right there. If you have enjoyed what you've seen this evening, you haven't done so already, maybe you'd consider hitting that follow button as well and joining the Tag Pack officially. You can also catch up on all of the VODs and stuff, which will be uploaded to my YouTube right there at the next link to come through. And of course there is social media if you are someone who uses it. Just look for me on those. You can give me a follow right there. But that is going to wrap it up for this evening. Great stream as always. Sean, thank you very much for coming and hanging out, for all them little biddies that came through as well. Very much appreciated. Let's pass on some love if and we can do so. I won't be able to stick around this evening, but we can at least head on over to somebody else. We'll go over to Kai Winter playing It Takes Two. I don't know what what It Takes Two is all about, but that's what we'll do. We'll go and see what that's all about. Everyone, as always, thank you for coming and hanging out. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, then it will be next week. I will not be streaming the rest of this week because I have various plans going on in the evenings. So I'll see you tomorrow. If not, then it will be next Tuesday, I think. Like I say, all information is found in the Discord, so come and hang out with us there if you want to keep up to date. Otherwise, let's go on over. I will see you all later on. Take care, have a wonderful evening, good night, goodbye, and all the rest of it. See ya!